Hey guys, I just came on a few minutes early. As you can tell, I got to work out some lighting real quick, see if I can get it set up a little bit more. For you guys that are first timers, we're off grid. So just chat with yourselves while I get lighting and stuff figured out. Right now, guys, is the lighting okay? I know it's a little bit dark. When I read scripture, I'll go ahead and turn on a light in a few minutes. Hey, Carol. Hey, Big Bear. Hidden with myself. Four Blessings Farm. Tell me what the lighting looks like. Is it okay? My hair's all crazy. Very, very dark. Okay, let me go ahead and turn on this light then. I'm sure that's a lot better, isn't it, Busy Little House? About that, guys. I have to try to catch up. Shay J, Rhonda Hicks, Trish Gordon, Four Blessings, Busy Little House, Darlene McSween, Big Bear Homestead. I'm backlit. What about now, Big Bear? Sharon Grant. If I miss you guys, you're going fast, so I apologize. And somehow my screen has expanded, and I have to shift my screen over so I can see the live. So, but it seems to be working okay. I can see everything pretty good. Am I still backlit? Too bad there, Big Bear. Hi from Spain, BB 9114. Hey, welcome. SH Mommy Mommy Meanie. Hey, I like that. That's pretty good. Oh, Kate's Homestead VW. Hey, Don Yates, John Spence. Okay, good to go. We're off grid, guys. So for all you guys that have this is the first time on, I got oil lamps and stuff going. So, but I've got a light hooked up to my little solar generator right now, so it should be okay. We'll be all right. So if I miss you, I'm sorry. Trish F, hey, how are you? Edge of the Town Farm Girl, how are you? I'm loving seeing all these names on here. It's great. Big Bear, I'm glad you joined us. Mimsy, I thought you weren't going to make it. My hero. Oh. Hey, someone do me a favor because I don't have my phone on me right now. Someone text Jeremiah and Jess and tell them just if they can to jump on for a minute tonight. I've got something pretty funny here in a little while. I know we're thanking him, but you guys are gonna think I'm full of it here. I can actually no, Big Bear. Mimsy's garden would Anna would whoop me. I'd be in so much trouble. Hey, the Polar Bear Homestead, what's up, James? But Big Bear, I will be coming down within the next 2, maybe 3 weeks at the most. I have to get down and mow the yard and get the house on the market, so get it ready to be sold. Hi from Wyoming, Rebecca Jacoby. I'm sorry. Life with Linda, how are you? Tammy Russo, nice to see you again. Lisa Christian. I can't say your last name. Hi, Lisa. uh, Text sent. Thank you, Big Bear. Karen Demonics. Vicky Lee Jackson. I'm not really reading too many comments. Much better, Sherry Mai says. Cynthia Barrow, how are you? Well, we appreciate you keeping the light on for us. Hey, Jessica Sunshine. Steph T5, how are you? Harvesting the Bounty, welcome back. Getting started on Homestead, welcome back. We're up to 63 and 29 thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Mindy, I'm horrible at last names, guys, so don't get mad at me if you're new. Hours are from 9 until 6 Saturday on the Appalachian Homestead. Hey, VW, how are you? Good to see you. Is this Andrea or Ben or one of the kids? Oh, you're Polar Bear. You're in process of getting 23 acres. You need some help? Let me know. That is awesome. Elin is at Nanny's tonight, guys. We're gonna go over a bunch of stuff. I actually have to grab my phone. Yeah. Hey Sharon, how are you? Yeah, I'm not gonna attempt it. No name equals Ben. Got it. I appreciate that, James. I really do want to get down and spend some time with you. We're going to talk about some stuff tonight that maybe will make that happen a little bit quicker. Georgia Malone, welcome back. I'm going to step away for a second, guys. Oh, I wanted to grab my Holland's Heroes. How are you? Hay season always is crazy, and your back kills you, Ben. I understand, but you're doing round bales, if I'm not mistaken. So, okay, thank you, Big Bear. You're awesome. I just went and got my phone, so but I wanted to check something real quick. If I can get internet to work on both, will be nice. Hopefully, it doesn't interfere. Walterman Homestead, hey, how are you? Welcome. Yeah, Suzette Mooks, how are you? Grammy Sue Happy, how are you? Table full and table. I keep wanting to say table full in woods. Life with the table full. How are you doing today, John? Terry? Okay, let's see. Clear. Trying to we're early, so I'm trying to still get ready for everything, guys. So wanted to get the lighting correct. See all my junk. I just put these boxes up on the walls today. Got the metal done, hung up the sign behind us. We're actually in my kitchen, so. Uh, hey, Pizza Little Homestead, how are you? I may miss a comment or two here in a second. I'm trying to listen. 29 watching and 53 thumbs up. I love it. I think we might hit 200. We Move Mountains, my single lady. How are you? Homestead Makeup Homemaker. How are you? Josie Rawson. How are you? Juanita Haley. How are you? We travel the end of this month to see Mom and for Dad's life celebration. I missed the end of that, Carol, but I'm glad you're going to go see Mom. She doing all right? Is my buffering? It says single dad homesteading on YouTube. It's got a triangle. It's got a chicken, a water can, and a goat, La Mancha goat. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys this weekend. I got to get one more number and I'm done with this phone, and maybe it'll help if it is buffering any. Do do do. I hate to hear that Mom's still having issues, Carol. 4717. Where's my pen? I better get that before we get started. Nope, there it is. And then I can get on here. Please give our host a thumbs up. Please, please, please. jiggle on the paper a little bit. All right, I think I got all my notes ready. I had to make a couple of notes tonight because we have so much amazing stuff happen. Ephesians 3:20, how are you for Ephesians 3:20 Farm? How are you? Hamiltonsville Farm, how are you? Rhonda Hicks, Ketrin Needy. Trying to make sure 115. Awesome, guys. Sunshine always. Hey, how are you? Providence Farmstead. Hey, how are you? Good to see you on here. Sharon, I'm still not pronouncing your last name. Carrie Demerick, I've already said that. Adirondack Camping Adventures, how are you? We appreciate you being here. Garden for Cheap, how are you? Bev JS, how are you? I gotta break out the Stiegel's mug, the first giveaway. City Girl Country Heart, how are you? Hidden Valley Homestead, woo woo. Yeah, guys, go back up. We need to say some prayers for that baby for sure. And get that. Deborah Broyles, my neighbor. Can't wait to see you this weekend. I think you're coming. Vinda Chic, Homestead in the Highlands is in the house. It may be hard for me to keep up, guys. I'm trying to. Let me see. I know I've got this on slow though, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Toggle stamp. Nope. I know it's on slow. It's not going fast. Hidden Valley Homestead. Yes, just finished with Country Preacher's Homestead. Yeah, I always miss him because I'm coming on, so I hate that. Yeah, for Homestead Mama, Melissa Ben and the baby, please give them prayers. I think I heard from Andre over at VW that the baby might have Downs, but hey, guess what? That's a blessing in itself in a way. I know that sounds bad, but I have a cousin who has Downs, and she is the most amazing young woman ever. She's 22 now, and she's got her own apartment. She is rocking and rolling. So I love her to death. Her name's Sadie. She might be watching. Sadie, if you're watching, love you. Country Mama was a sweetheart. I met her at the Shindig for just a few minutes. So absolutely awesome. Thank you, City Girl Country Heart. I appreciate it. 2.5 acres. Welcome. Hey, bam. Let's see if I can beat Mims. Did I beat her? Ha ha ha. I think I beat Mims and my moderators. Ha ha ha. I don't ever get the approved stuff, so I have to hurry. Narrowway Farms, how are you doing? Appreciate you coming. Beth Y. Durbin. SH, Mommy Mean already said hello to you. It sounds like a lot more than the Downs. Yeah, I heard he had some heart issues and stuff too. We'll pray hard for him. The power of prayer, guys. We got 100 and some people here. We passed the word. We can do it. Roots and Refuge. Hey, thanks for coming. I got some funny stuff. That's why I asked Big Bear if he could text you. My phone was in the other room, so I couldn't, and I actually went and got it. Roxanne Broiler. It might be a few minutes before I get into that, or maybe I'll just do it in the beginning and we'll have some fun with it. So She Moves Mountains is still here. Everybody make sure you go check out the moderators that are on here. Every single one of them have great channels and good content. Everybody knows Big Bear. Everybody knows VW Family Farms. Everybody knows Roots and Refuge and these bigger guys. They are amazing. These smaller channels are amazing too. Some good knowledge on some of these. I've got two that I'm going to mention tonight in a little bit, and I want everybody to try to go over and check out. And I'll give you the reasons why I want you to check them out, because it's not for anything of subscriptions or anything like that. It's because of their content is amazing. And I think that hey, Stivers Homestead, Glory Grace Farm. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. They are, I hate a V-neck shirt. don't hate much of anything, but a V-neck shirt I hate. But you know, the knowledge that they have and the dedication that they have to everybody is awesome. So I'm going to give props to two people out there that I think everybody on here, even BW Family Farms and even Roots and Refuge, and those guys that have a bigger channel can gain some knowledge from. That's there. TT Hoover, how are you? I'm glad you came over. Let's see, we had no idea you were. Yeah, he had no idea I was wearing a V-neck. I do though. I can't stand them. I just happened to grab it when I came in. I jumped in the shower and came down here after working outside in the garden all day. Tara Kilborn, how are you? The Green Witch something another. I missed that. Sorry. Mary Catherine Coons, how are you? I'm doing great, TT Hoover. Matt, saw you. How are you, girl? Yeah. Did you see my photo of my little Elin I posted a few days ago? I looked for Homestead in the Highlands. I really did. I came on, caught your little bit of your live the other day, and I couldn't find it. So send me a link. Email me a link if you can, Homestead in the Highlands, because I can't go onto the links from here. So they hit too fast here. Consider it joy. My broccoli went from having nice heads on it like this to completely bolting. Crazy. Outdoor and more. How are you? Rogers Backyard Off-Grid Homestead. Good evening. Happy birthday, Melody. What to sing happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Oh, I can't sing. I'm not going to do that. She Bear Acres, how are you? Yeah. Is this Jess? I'm taking it since you said a lot of your cold weather stuff bolted. I'm going to take it. That's Jess. I'm glad she's celebrating with us too, Mims's Garden. Fairy Tale Creations, hey, you're not late. You're just on time. They are calling for us to hit 100 tomorrow. I cannot do it. It's both. Good stuff. Tammy Russo. Guys, I'm gonna go for about another, like we usually do, until 15 after. I'll read scripture and then I'll get right into what we're gonna do. For anybody that wants to grab their Bible, I think Carol from Fishes and Loaves is going to do for next week. She's going to send me scripture for then. But I had an individual. I'm not going to give their name. I don't know if they wanted me to, but they sent me scripture for this week, and it's going to be John chapter 10, 9 through 11. So that's what we're going to read tonight. Pretty short, but pretty powerful. It's really good for right now for us. So, Homestead Homemaker, how are you? We got phones dinging and binging and banging. So we got about 5 minutes. I can go ahead and do some of this stuff that you guys want to know that you ask about all the time. So thanks to Maya and Jess for that big shout out. Guys, we went from 1,743 subs. And when I got on here tonight, North Star Prepsteader, how are you? We were at 4,717 subs. That's 2,974 new subs in the last 51 hours, 52 hours. God bless you, Jess, for doing that. I really mean it. Our hours are at 5,629. So that's just amazing. I'm guessing everything auto reviews. I had put in for monetization. Someone had told me early on that you could go in and go ahead and get everything started, and then once you got to that point, that it would go. Mary Hurt, how are you? It would get stuff going a little faster. So everything's already approved on everything except for the 4,000 for me, and it just clicked over and told me that that I'm there, but it hasn't given me the green check yet. So I'm figuring within a week or two we'll see that. Christine Harrison, she is the one that won the Steagles mug from Steagles Pottery. just like this, but hers is green. I hope she's having a big glass of tea in it. Thank you for coming on. Deb Tally, how are you? Catch some of you guys on here. So those are the numbers. I know everybody's been excited about those. I'm excited about those. I did the random drawing for, let's see if I can show you, just a few hammocks we're going to give away today. What do you think? You think that's enough? I don't know where Elon came up with 16 on the stuff here and get some responses back from him. So, but they're all on this list. And I promise you, I did not handpick any of these. They were all randomly chosen. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be funny and fun. So, are you buffering Narrowway Farm? Let me get back over here. I kind of moved. Maybe that interfered. I'm showing 4 bars. So, Helen Nelson, how are you? Lucy Smith, how are you? There's my mom, everybody. Hey, big boy, did you have church tonight? We did have revival. We had 41 people saved. God is great. Just wanted you to know. Good night. Love you. We love you, Mom. Everybody here loves you. Jess, my mother told me that I have to personally deliver you this message, that she watches you every morning with a cup of coffee and she loves you. So, and that's without helping me out. So, if you ever see Carolyn Prevet comment on your videos, that's my mama, Jess. Her and Mims are like best buddies now. That's your mom's name too, Ben? Oh, cool. That's why we're so handsome, is because of our mothers. Christine Harrison. Let's see. She has Elon tonight, guys. So that was code word when she popped on, that they're staying up and going to be up late because my dad's out of town and they're going to stay up and have girls' night and probably watch this, which Elon's never stayed up for one of these lives. We did the live during the day the other day, which she wants to do again. So we may do little short lives at times. So they're probably going to be staying up and watching this, I would say. So you may see this Elon come on and post a bunch of smiley faces or something. Heather Keller buffering, but okay, I hope it's gone. Sunny Preps, how are you? Me and the hubby have a channel. We would love for you to look in our homesteading Christians. Meemaw's homestead good. Okay. Deb Tally, we are eating tuna sandwiches, Mama says. My girl loves fish, guys. She will eat fish 24/7 or shrimp. Is this going to be your awesome short stream? No. City Girl Country Art, you know better than that. Guys, if you're new to here, we'll go through the first probably hour is all good hardcore content that we discussed from the week before. I'll explain that after scripture of how we come up with our content on these lives. And then we get into even better content because I leave it open stream and we go off of the feed on what we're talking about. So be prepared. I don't plan on them going long, but Mims's Garden and Four Blessings Farms and Life with a Table Full, they all make me talk for 3 and 4 hours. I don't know why, because I don't think I talk that well. But and the busy little house, she's responsible for most of these long conversations because this is mama time for her, and she just wants to have more mama time is what it is. Ask everyone to see who is new. Hey, who's new, guys? That's a good one. Searching Sabrina. Hey, if you're new to the channel, to watching the lives, give us thumbs up here, and I'll give that a few minutes. When I see the thumbs going down or thumbs fading out, I'll get into scripture. So if you've got your Bibles, grab them. Here they come. See my intelligence, Ben from VW Family Farms. Do I look more intelligent with my glasses on? It's just a facade. Australia, Lisa, cool. Guys, welcome to each and every one of you guys. It's going so fast right now on slow mode. I still can't. The Bulls Garden Rabbitry. I think I followed you guys the other day. Cheryl Matthews. Read some of your beautiful comments. Welcome everybody. I know I do look old when I get these on the tip of my nose like this. I like them right there though when I read. Ellen Harris, I'm new. I love it. Guys, you are amazing. We're at 156 with 131 thumbs up. Pete McClure, hey, Don Barrett. How was that, Narrowway Farms? Are you getting everybody on here? Most everybody on here I've spoken to or chatted with, even if you're new from other channels. So that's cool. If you need to email me, Mims just posted the information on there. If you want any information from me on different videos that I've done and stuff, other than if you feel more comfortable emailing me, please email me, and we'll get that done. I look like Santa Claus. Don't tell Elin that. I'll be expected to do more presents. I already told her that my mom is an elf. Carolyn Prevet is an elf. She works for Santa Claus. Elin, if you're watching, ask Nanny and look at her ears. She has little pointy pieces right back here, and you have to touch a special button and they go long. Nanny is an elf. I'm telling you, she works for Santa. Microfarm Starter, I think you're going to be at the Greater Appalachian Homestead Conference this weekend, correct? Who else is going to be at the Greater Appalachian Homestead Conference? I know me, Mims, Fairy Tale Creations. I think Microfarmer is going to be there. Thanks, Jim. I can't get the rest of it out there. Yeah, Piney Evan Homestead, she's always giving her a hard time. Elaine Harris, how are you? My dad is an amazing man. My mom's an amazing woman. Me and my dad couldn't have done the work on the house if it wasn't for my mom watching the baby. Now she's here a lot when we're building and stuff, and she is absolutely amazing when she does that. Sacamaw's Ridge Homestead, hello. All right, it slowed down a little bit. I think I'm going to go ahead and read scripture real quick if that's okay with you guys. If you want a second, Cindy Timon gave me a thumbs down. Hey, how are you? Yes, Microfarm Starter's going. Good, good, good. All right. So here we go. If you want to grab your Bible, this one's pretty easy. Most people will probably know it. We're on John chapter 10, verse 9 through 11. So let me get my fingers here. I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved. They will come in and go out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The hired hand is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep. So when he sees the wolf coming, he abandons the sheep and runs away. Then the wolf attacks the flock and scatters it. The man runs away because he is a hired hand and cares nothing for the sheep. Guys, that should hit everybody on here that believes in Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. He is given everything for us to be here to share this, to have this church we're having right now, this gathering of people that love the Lord. He's given us this opportunity to sit here together and share his word and his wisdom. And we need to share that with our children, especially all of you single parents here. TT Hoover, I think you said you have a 4-year-old little boy, if I'm not mistaken. You share that with them. Let them know that you have to be a shepherd of his word. You have to go out there and live by it. You can't just go to a church, go into a building, go there on a Saturday and a Wednesday and a Sunday and expect that to be enough. You have to go out and do what we're doing right now. I may not be sitting there and go, I don't go to church, guys. I've told you guys that before. For those guys that are new, I do not attend a church. We have to do more than go to a building. Jesus did not go to a church. Jesus went to the whorehouse, the bar, the gutter. He went to all the bad, nasty, horrible places on this world. He went in there and he sought those individuals and he made those his warriors. He made those his inner sanctum. He made those people the ones that are there. You know, he had a tattooed black man carry a cross for him. I mean, he touched people all the way through to the second that he died and until this day. So remember that. Take that with you tonight. If you get out of here right now, remember that. I don't think it's just teach your grandkids about Jesus. I think it's teach your grandparents about Jesus, because we forgot about Jesus and we've thought about a church. We've thought about a building. We forgot about the people. We've got to get to the people. We have to go to this church, this body, this soul, this part of what we need to get to. I'm not a preacher. I've not read every word in this book. I've not. I can tell you that 100%. I have not. I'm learning each and every day, and I'm flawed. I'm flawed as can be, but that's why I'm here. I'm a warrior of God that's going to take care of business, going to try to lead my family in the right direction, lead my family that I choose to have within you guys, and have everybody here. I don't know who it was that sent it to me, but when I posted the first one, My Heart is Hurting, about the HOA, I had an individual send me a comment back, and I'm kind of keeping that to myself. I know we've got another channel when live I said it, but the comment to me said, "Don't tell the Lord, don't tell Jesus about the mountain. Tell the mountain about Jesus." We've forgotten that. He already knows. Jesus knows everything. He's the king. He knows everything that's going on. He's already made that plan. He already knows the outcome. So don't tell him about it. Go out and tell what you need to tell to the mountain. Tell it to the man that's standing beside you, the woman that's standing beside you. Start walking with people instead of in front of them and by them. Be a good shepherd. Don't be a hired hand. Live in his image. Don't live in what a man up in a pulpit's telling you. Live in his image. Learn what he is. Let him speak to you in your heart. He still speaks to every one of us if we'll just listen. So, so let's do this right now so I can write it down and get ahead so I don't get, because we got a lot of stuff going. I'll get off my box now, guys. So every week, guys, for you guys that are new, I go to the chat and I pick someone out and ask them to email me scripture for the next week. And I just look up on whatever the chat is and I'll pick a name in the middle. And if you want to, you can. If you don't, say no, I don't want to. And that's fine. Not everybody is of our same faith, but we all have that same tie. And the Bible is a guide. It's the best guide that we have out there to help us out. So I'm going to do that right now. So I'm gonna read. Actually, I'm telling a fib. I'm telling a fib. I am not picking someone this week. Carol at Fishes and Loaves. Are you on here right now? I'm pretty sure you are. Let's see. There you are. A Fish and a Loaves life. Are you going to send me scripture for this week, Carol? If you don't want to, tell me and I'll pick somebody else. I am good to go. So Carol is going to be the one sending. I gotta write this down or I'll forget it, guys. Fishes and Loaves life. Script. Okay. So now we've got that part out of the way. We can go into some other stuff. So let's do this. We're at 156 people and been steady there for the last little bit. We got 158 that are now here that have given us the thumbs up. Roots and Refuge, are you guys here still? Uh-oh. Yeah. There you go. Thanks, Mims. We know. There we go. All right. We are here. Good to go. So now here's what I'm going to do. Jess made the video of the day on the radishes and mentioned us in it, and we've blown up. I mean, it's just we were doing well. We made our numbers for our subs. We were working on our hours. We were 400 something hours away at a time, and it all started with Mims's Garden. She's one of the moderators. She went on to one of her Facebook groups. I'm not on Facebook and stuff. And she put out a call just to ask people to go watch some of the old videos if they were already subscribed and stuff. If I'm not mistaken, Jess, correct me if I'm wrong. Jess saw that, had also spoken to some other people, and the good Lord sat down and gave her a nice little back rub or something and put us on her mind and let her think about us. We've gotten to meet Jess and Maya. They're wonderful, wonderful people. Their family's wonderful. Their kids are amazing. And so we got, she mentioned us and all this went on. We've met our hours. We've met our numbers by great amounts. And our hours are at 5,629. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to give away all of those hammocks right there. And what I did was I did one of the random things that go through and they pick out names. So I did message 2 or 3 people, didn't tell them why, but I told them I wanted them to be on here. So like I said, I butcher names. So here we go. Drum roll, please. The first winner of one of the hammocks. And if you can email me your address and your actual name, I will do it. The first one is Tammy Butterworth. Is Tammy Butterworth on here by chance? If you are, respond. And guys, I promise you, when I read off all these names, they were all randomly drawn. So, Tammy Butterworth. I'll have to make it. And Hidden Valley Homestead, you're absolutely correct. It is the body of Christ at work. All right, Tammy is not here. So Tammy Butterworth and this is the order that they were drawn in, guys, was our first winner. Okay. So our second roll is Roots and Refuge, Jess and Maya. I laughed so hard when it came up and did that. I was like, amazing. Maybe it's analytics of how many times your name got mentioned in everything. So that's why I asked you guys if you didn't mind, other than telling you thank you as personally as I could. At Roots and Refuge, you're getting a hammock in the mail. I'll text you and get your information. So you got a nice hammock for the boys and yourself to relax in, maybe put out in that garden someplace. So Roots and Refuge. I laughed. I thought that was awesome. So number 3, Jenny Waterman. Is Jenny Waterman on here? You're welcome, guys. Jenny Waterman is the next one. I'm just kind of looking to see if they respond, if they are on there. I don't think Jenny's on there. All right. The next one. This one might be on here. Georgian Maloney. Georgiana Maloney. Georgiann Maloney. Georgia Maloney. You have a hammock that will be sent to you. Yay! I'm hoping we got a couple of these on here. All right, next one. I have to check my emails more often. Okay, I'll check them again. All right, next one. Tamara King dash Nappy, Nappi. Tamara King Nappy. If you're on here, cool. We're not done. We got like 6 more of these to give away, guys. All righty. The next one, Jennifer Greeny, Greene. Jennifer Greeny. I don't know if she's on here. I didn't see that name earlier when I was scrolling. Ooh. Mary Hurt is the next one. Mary Hert. Hurt. I think I know one of these is on here. I hope they are. They're always on here. The next one is Lisa McKeehan. Mckeehan. Lisa McKeehan. And the next one is a name that every single one of us on here knows. Duncan 1900. Come on down. I have not seen Duncan. I have not seen her on here yet tonight. And usually she's one of the first ones on. So she's actually a mod. But Duncan 1900 has won a hammock. And the last but not least, TT Hover. Hover. I know she's on here because I already saw her. Hey, Mary Hurt, you're welcome very much. Euro Vegas, how are you? TT Hover. She's got, I think, if I'm not mistaken, she's got a 4-year-old little boy, and she's a single mom as well. So she fits good in here. Yeah. Hey, there she is, right there at the bottom. Hoover. But that's okay. I left out an O. Good go. There you are. If you guys will email me your address and your actual names, that would be awesome. Mims's Garden, and the rest of them will post up the information to get in there. Hardneck Farms, how are you? They will get that information for you guys to send that to me, and I'll get these out within the next week or so. This weekend's going to be pretty busy. So those are our winners. I'll give it a week or two. If they don't claim, if someone doesn't claim their prize, I'll draw again, and we'll send them out again. So you are very welcome, TT. So that's awesome. I just thought it was funny that the second one that we pulled was Roots and Refuge. So thank you guys for everything that you've done for me and Elin. We are really, really blessed. Big Bear Homestead, how are you? Back again. So who all won? I'll give you a one more read down, not as fast. Tammy Butterworth, Roots and Refuge. Jenny Waterman, Georgiana Malone, Tamara King Nappy, Jennifer Greeny, Mary Hurt, Lisa McKinney, Duncan 1900, and TT Hoover are the ones that won, Big Bear. Now, our subject tonight, guys, is solar, and that was asked to be done by none other than Over Valley Homestead. Over Valley Homestead, are you on here? Off Kilter Homestead. Yeah. Congratulations, everybody. We are going to Terry Del Toro. You have solar. What kind of system do you guys have, Terry? We have a small Goal Zero Yeti 400 solar generator that cup of the day that we run right now. We're pretty much off grid. We use the oil lamps and stuff pretty much throughout the night and stuff. And if we need to have a bigger light, like right now running this, I'll turn it on, and we'll get that going. Good to go, Big Bear. We'll see what we can get done on there. What the way that I do everything, guys, is I discuss what I know knowledge, and then I rely on the chat for people that are on there to throw information back. Triple Valley Homestead, he's got a wealth of knowledge. Consider It Joy is another one that is absolutely amazing in alternative energy. He's got a nice windmill set up, 1500 watt, 15 or 1600 watt wind turbine. Oh, am I hearing that? Good night, Maya. Get some sleep, brother. That's a hard day's work. I know you're trying to get everything done before that thing's got to get out of there. TT Hoover, good night. Be safe. And Lundy's built a bunch of solar systems too. Is he out of town right now? Because we'll definitely be grabbing him. I may need to make a couple more moderators tonight. I know we got a few more on here, but looks like we might get hit with trolls early. So, but be good. Almost have all my parts to build a wind power generator for charging 12-volt batteries. I'm going to tell you what, Four Blessings Farm, we'll get into that in a minute. If you've got one big enough to do that, I would go with a 24 or 48 volt system and go spend the extra money and get a bigger inverter. What happens, guys, when you go up from 12 to 24 and 48, your retention and your ability to generate power, hold it, and be able to use it efficiently increases a great deal. I'll make you a mod. You have a hammer, Norway Farms. Four Blessings, I'm trying to catch you. Post again, Four Blessings, I'll get you. See if that worked for you, Norway Farms, if you've got a hammer now. Al Bates, how are you? Gosh, it's going too fast. Let's see. I think you got a hammer now. Trying to catch up, guys. I'm sorry, I'm getting... There you go. All right. So that what you do is when you go up to that higher voltage, you're actually getting more efficiency out of your batteries and stuff. And it sounds weird when you talk about, you take 2 6 volts, you put them in sequence, and it makes a 12 volt. Then if you put them in sequence again, you can build it up until you get to 24, 48 volt. And you're going to run them in parallel and sequence the bigger the battery system that you get is. And we will not go that deep into it today, but we're going to talk about the basics of solar. When just getting started, what I would tell everybody to do is go to Lowe's or get on Amazon, and there's a book. It's called DIY Solar. That is the name of the book, DIY Solar. It's got a bald-headed guy on top of a roof with a bunch of solar panels. It's not solar panels for dummies, but it's pretty well plain Jane, just the way me and you are speaking right now. Simple ways to get it done. It talks about off-grid, on-grid, direct current, which you can run solar to where you can go straight in and run lights off of a 12-volt system in a house, which is awesome. Yeah, Big Bear, it is like daisy chaining them, but when you get into sequence, when you're doing is you're setting them up. That's what I was talking about. Me and you can have a conversation about this when I come down. You're setting them up in a sequence, but then you're going to parallel them in. So you're going to make a sequence of, say, 24-volt batteries, sequence of 24-volt batteries, a sequence of 24-volt batteries, and then parallel them in to a main feed. And then that's going to give you your amperage hours. You're never going to increase. You can increase your voltage, but you're never going to increase your output. But you can get your amp hours up because each amp hour stays the same for each battery. So basically, you have however many batteries amp hours. You go that way. Big Bear, do you want to be a moderator? Mimsy's calling you out. She's saying you need to be a moderator. So when you talk about that and you're going going through and you're setting that system up, I suggest that if you're off grid, that you, especially if you're off grid, that you go with a 24 or 48 volt system with your home. If you're tying in, you can get away with different things because you're just going to keep. It is a lot to learn Rainbow 505. That's why I'm suggesting. Oh, Big Bear, sure. Let me grab you, Big Bear. Oh, gotcha. I appreciate that. You have a hammer, sir. But it's a lot to learn. That's why I say go get that DIY solar at Lowe's for sure. It's up on the front. Um, go up and get that. It puts it all into simpler language, um, so that it makes it a little bit. It's not as hard as it seems, but you do want to try to get somebody that has some type. Uh, excuse me, coffee went to me wrong. You want to have a Good Night Garden Makeover. You want to have somebody that can. I'll catch that in a second. For blessings, you might have to repost it. You want to have somebody that has a basic knowledge of electricity when you're going into electrical stuff. Utilizing DC is also smart. Yeah, if you can run your house off all 12 volt in your house or 6 volt system where you're running just 12 volt batteries, you're fine with going 6 volt, 12 volt batteries because you're going to use a lot less. But that means it's requiring you to build your home or rewire your home into that situation right off the back. The power of the homestead I have, the rich devour. So if you're looking at that, what I'm planning on doing is starting, and I'm actually going to grid off my solar. So what I'm going to do is I actually usually have it sitting back here. I have 270 watt Renogy panels, and I'm going to run them in blocks of 3 or 4. I've not made my mind up yet. Running them 24 volt systems, but I'm going to run separate systems. I'm going to run redundancy, and I want to do 3 separate ones till I get close to 3,000 watts of power, and that's running it up. You can go on to Renogy, and they've got a calculator. So you go in there, you write in everything that's there, and you say, okay, I've got a coffee pot, I've got a hair dryer, I've got a 32-inch LED TV, I've got and it'll come out. And what it's going to tell you is how many amp hours that you need. And then once you get to that amperage of hours that you need, then you can go on building your system from there. You can take it in small bites. Right now, I don't run a coffee pot at all. We have propane stove. I have a big Pioneer Maiden wood cook stove that's out in the big room we just moved. I'm sitting where it was, and you can go there. If you want to start out small, and the easiest way for you to do that is go check out Goal Zero. Um, you can microfarm starter. You can do all the lights with DC power. You have to work that out if you're gonna wire in your house separately or a top or along your cylinders, or how you're gonna do it and hide the wires, or if you're gonna go back through and do what you need to do. God bless you, Cheryl Matthews. Thank you for coming. So when you're looking at that, Mary, good night too. When you're looking, if I miss you and don't say good night, I'm sorry. I am using an alternator for a dozer for 24 volt using an RV inverter, 6 batteries. My dad is a master. Then don't ask me any more questions. Go on to bed, buddy. Ed, get off of here. No, I'm joking, Ed. Your dad's a master electrician. That's awesome to have that knowledge that's there. So when you're running everything, you also want to run heavy gauge wire too when you're putting that in, unless you're doing the DC like Microfarm Starter was talking about. You just ordered the book Rainbow 505. Did you get it off of Amazon, or where did you get it from? So we can have somebody else put it out there. I'll help what I can, but if you go get that book, Four Blessings Farm, you'll definitely make his day, because it is a great read. It's a good book, and it's not real big. It's not a big book, but it's a wealth of knowledge. I'm all about informational books. I love it. I was telling a young lady on here last night, I think her name was Christy. Here we go. Thrifty Books. Oh, somebody beat me. I know Mimsy was on there last night. Mimsy, what was the young lady's name last night that does the wild edibles? It was Christy something, if I'm not mistaken. She's taught herself wild edibles, and I was telling her about Samuel Thayer's books. If you're into wild edibles and foraging, Samuel Thayer's, there she is, Christy's Forages. She's there. So when connecting two identical batteries in parallel, you double the output capacity while keeping the input voltage. There you go. She's got it. Exactly. It does take a lot of planning. You can run the same system and go off for DC AC, because you can run your lights and stuff directly from your solar panels and then have a subsidiary back to your batteries for nighttime and stuff. Mims, she's on here actually. She just posted about that. But books are great because you can read them in the daylight, not night. But start up an oil lamp. You don't need solar. Good night, Roxanne. I'm glad you came in. So with the solar stuff, you can go. I suggest that you go with a decent size system. If you're running a solar generator, 100 to 150 watts to keep that battery going is good. The Yeti Goal Zero, if you buy the AMG battery one, is like $300, $350 right now. Sometimes you can find them. You can find them open boxed on Goal Zero and get them for $250. If you go with the lithium ion batteries, they're like $500. But it's kind of like buying a Yeti or Arctic cooler. Thanks, Jess, for coming back. We're talking about solar systems. I'm glad you're editing your video because now I got something to watch. So when you're looking at that, law of conversion of energy is why energy is lost through inverters. Yep, and that's why you lose energy through a smaller wire. So if you're using a normal 10-2 wire or a 12-2 wire, like you run lights to run your solar panels through everything instead of a big hot wire, you lose a lot of energy that way. Amy Warwick, how are you? So it's very technical when you start out, but if you want to play with it, you can even go to Harbor Freight and buy one of the small systems just to play with it, to figure it out. Run a couple of lights in your house, see how much it saves you. Run the two main lights in your house. Mama Bear Preparedness, I've got to run, but hey, good night. Run a couple of lights in your house. I just saw somebody throw something silly up there. So if you take and you learn and you see where you can save money, you're crazy. I have 10 lights in my house, and my 10 lights run the equivalent of 1.5 60-watt light bulbs. That's every light in my house, guys, is the equivalent to 1.5 light bulbs in a normal home. And that's just using LED. They're all 7-watt bulbs. And when you think about that, you're not putting out that much. I have the little 900-watt Jenny from HA engine fired. Right, I may use the Jenny with women. Hey, that would be a good idea to turn it over. But I'm going to tell you, Four Blessings Farms right now. I know we're talking about solar, but you need to go on and look at Missouri Wind and Solar and check them out, because you can buy a 1,500-watt wind generator all the way put together with everything that's needed there for $500. I'm buying a wind. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to go with. Considerate Joy is a really good contact for that, and way to get out there and see that. But while I've got some of your guys' attention on here talking about this, I'm gonna throw something different at you. Yeah, it's cheap. Wind is cheap, and I'll tell you why I don't like wind and why I do like wind. But here you go, before too many people jump off here. I'm going to ask two favors of you guys, and then we're getting back into solar. Solar is on our list to do. Lots of sun here. Yeah, I'm sure it is in Texas. Yeah, so here are my two things. I want everybody to go check out two channels. I got blessed this week. I'm going to ask you guys to go bless somebody this week. And those two channels, and I'm doing these for certain reasons. The first channel I want to ask everybody to do is Mims's Garden, Miss Anna. her gardening skills are developing each and every day. She helps everybody that's on any of these channels. She's on here on these lives, rocking it out and getting some stuff done. So if you can, go check out Mims's Garden Anna and see what she's got to offer. And the second one, the reason I'm giving you guys the shout out on this is because I know everybody that's on here pretty much that has a vertical access windmill seems much more efficient. It is. Everybody almost on here that goes live that I know personally will benefit from this. His name is Ed, and he likes to talk like I do, but his wife should talk more probably. I'm joking, Ed. Four Blessings Farm. Guys, if you have tractor questions and stuff like that, that's your go-to guy. That can save you thousands of dollars, is having the wealth of knowledge that gentleman has at Four Blessings Farms. He is amazing, and he works on anything. He works on diesels, propane, gas. Heck, he probably works on some type of steam engines if you wanted him to. But Four Blessings Farm, Ed and Jen, they're awesome. His lives are good. His information on the tractor part of stuff, he's getting into bees and stuff. Go ahead and post your own too, Four Blessings Farm. They're both very well knowledgeable people. So check both of those guys out. So I know you're probably already subbed, but if you're not and you're new, go check them out because of the knowledge that they have to share with us. Yeah, so it doesn't matter in the chat, Hidden Valley Homestead. It's what I say more than anything. So go check them out. Go see what they've got to offer you. Yep, I know you do, City Girl Country Art. Sue, hey. All right, so back to solar and wind. All right, the reason that until recently, I never Considerate Joy is there. Is Lundy with you? Considerate Joy? I can't ever remember your name, and I'm so sorry. So the wind in old turbines, wind turbines had clutches in them. And this is for you, Big Bear. And yes, I know he just talked about a Ford in 8N, Big Bear. But in most wind turbines, they used to have a clutch. So as it would get to spinning fast, that clutch would kick in to slow it down. And then those clutches would burn out in high wind and stuff. So the efficiency on a solar wind turbine for energy wasn't saving anything and wasn't benefiting you financially anything off the wind turbine because you were always replacing these clutches, and the clutches were costing more than the entire wind turbine was. So now Missouri Wind, there's several companies that are doing, but Missouri Wind and Solar is ones that I'm looking at. They've developed this off diverter that throws power. So instead of having to slow that windmill down as much, it still slows down. But instead of Lundy is working in Cincinnati from Considerate Joy. But now that clutch is different, so it allows it to spin, and it diverts it through this charge controller that has a dissipator on it, so it allows that turbine itself not to burn out as quickly. So now it's coming into a position to where it's really beneficial with the wind. The thing that you have to consider after that with wind is how much noise it produces. Some of them are very loud. Some of them aren't that loud at all. You know, if I can get the one that I'm looking at, it supposedly sounds like a ceiling fan in your bedroom. So at 100 yards away from my home, you would probably never really hear that unless it really got to ripping. And then you're going to hear that woo, kind of a sound, kind of like a motor revving up a little bit. So I'm glad I got those out there because I already see some people that are getting some good use out of those two channels. So just to let you know, Mims's Garden is at 750, I think, right now. Yep, there is Lundy's email address and stuff. You guys can get a hold of him at Considerate Joy. Those emails were just there. I approved them myself. That they're some great wealth of knowledge there. I'm doing good, sweet baby Shebas. But when you're looking at it, I think it's better to work in the triangle. So if you can do solar, wind, and some type of a hydro system, if you have the capability to do it, Mims is at 759. I want to see her get to where she can actually, she does everything from her phone. I'd love to see Mims be able to get to where she can live stream from her phone. Me and Mims and Fairy Tale Creation, we are going to be doing a live this Friday night. We're going to try to work it where we're not interfering with anybody too bad from the Greater Appalachian Homestead Conference. And maybe we'll even shout out Big Bear because he's having a get together down at the same point in time where he's at. Okay, thought that one was for me. So look at all three of those, the hydro, the solar, and the wind when you're looking at stuff. So what are you guys at, Micro Farm Home Farm Starter? How many subs are you guys at? You guys are about halfway there. I think Four Blessings Farms is about 400 or 500 as well right now. Micro, yeah, micro. You're going to be there pretty quick. Micro Farm Starter 664. You're getting ready to get there. So you can drop community picks. I don't even know about that yet. I'm so behind on stuff, guys. It's crazy. Mine is Saturday, so you can come after your live. LO, just joking. I want to get down there. We had talked about this a bunch, so I hope so. Micro Farm Starter, you have to come over and jump on the live with us. So we'll have to get you on there too while we're all there. If are you going to be there Friday night, Micro Farm Starter? A Life with the Table Full is at 600. That's awesome. Fairy Tale Creations finally hit 100. I got to stop reading and get back to solar. That's what we're supposed to be talking about. There's 111 people on here tonight to talk about solar stuff. Okay, we'll do something little on Saturday too. We'll launch, just go from there for a little while we're there. So, but anyway, so who on here has a solar system on their home? Give me a sunshine thing or something. I don't know if you can find those. Let's see. Wendy Whittle, you know exactly. So I haven't seen Two Family yet tonight. Usually they pop in and say hello. You could talk about popsicles and I'd watch. Squint Eastwood. Thank you. Only for the yard and the lights. Who on here is interested, seriously interested? We're okay. They're Hidden Valley Homestead, they're fine in the chat saying it. I'm not worried about that part. They're okay. It's what I'm saying out here that's a bigger issue. So congrats to y'all. Are a great daddy. Elin is adorable. Thank you very much, Sherry Mize. We try real hard. This whole adventure started to kind of journal for Elin for homeschool. Wildcat Hollow Farm. I didn't see you. How you doing, brother? I just caught your name with somebody else. One day, Tableful will have Life with the Tableful is going to have some solar. So my plan is, like I said, 3,000 watt system, and then having at least a 1,500 watt wind turbine system in, and then I want to go with a power spout 1 kilowatt system from the road. And if I have all three of those guys, I have continual power no matter what being generated into the house. And if you've got running water, hydro is the most efficient way that you can do. 5 o'clock there. Whoa, sorry, buddy. I'm having some coffee as well. So cheers to you, Wildcat Hollow Farm. And it's 11 o'clock here at night. and I'll be awake all night. But we if you can do the hydro, that's your most efficient way to go. So if you have flowing water on your property, they actually make different types of hydro systems through a company called Power Spout, and it's awesome. Hidden Valley Homestead actually is looking at them as well. We've both been researching them for a while, and we got in this conversation um, on his channel. Big Bear Homestead. I have actually made a Blue Wind turbine system out of a Blue Wind generator and a Homer bucket. If you go on to YouTube, it's not mine. If you go on to YouTube and look up Homer bucket hydro system, that is the one that I made mine off of. This is way before I was doing any YouTube or anything, and it ran, the one generator ran a 12 by 16 cabin, and it ran a radio, a coffee pot, and all the lights on a regular basis. You couldn't run all of them at the same time, but you could run an actual coffee pot, and that's 15 to 1700 watts of power that you have to be able to go through an inverter, get converted over, and go. So, Rocking Sea Homestead, how are you? Chris Barfus, how are you? Francis Coopy, Ace, good to see you. I'm seeing some stuff here. Back to Earth Living, hey, how are you? I'm catching some new names over here. So with the hydro system, what you're doing is you're getting a constant flow of water on everything. But if you don't have enough drop, I guess we're gonna talk about alternative energy, including solar panels tonight. So with the hydro system, you have your drop that you have to have to produce your power. But now Power Spout has made what they call a headwater system that is, yay, somebody grab that one for me. What in the world? Thank you. Somebody caught that one. Here we go. So with the headwater system, the turbine man, I am sweating like crazy. Maybe because I got 4 oil lamps around me. But the turbine system, you have the head sits here and then it comes up and you make a trough like in the old mills, and it comes down. Good to go. It comes down and it spins the headwater turbine system, which sits sideways into the trough, and then it automatically feeds itself to have a brush come around and clean the outside of that turbine system. And it's there. Thank you, moderators. You guys are amazing. But it goes around and it actually cleans itself, and it's I think it Narrowway Homes, not Narrowway. Correspond with single. Okay, you got a different one. So what you can do, Hidden Valley Homestead can tell me if I'm wrong. It's like $800 for that system. So when you look at the amount of money to go into a 1 kilowatt system on a water turbine versus a solar system, you're looking at putting that whole system in with building your platform and everything for less than $1,500. Where if you put in the same size solar array with inverters, charge controllers, the whole 9 yards, you're literally looking at 20 grand. It's crazy on how it works. Mims, you are the hammer. So yeah, I mean, solar is awesome. Wind is okay. I mean, it's kind of the lower of the 3 for me right now, but this new system that they have out may sway me the other way. But hydro, if you can put a hydro system in and you have the ability to run it and do that, Mims, do you have the power just to delete that person? You could use a small wind turbine to power a drip irrigation system. Hey, Leatherneck, got to go have a busy. Hey, Big Bear Jason, thank you very much for coming and sharing with us. Email me if you want some more information on the solar and stuff. We can go into more detail and simplify. Everybody go out and check out Big Bear. If you're not already there, which I think everybody on here is already there, go check them out. So we almost hit our we've almost hit our 200. There's 197 thumbs up. So we got real close to 200 tonight, guys. Super, can you use a battery replacement? Super. I'm missing that one, Micro. Repost that question, Microfarm Starter. Only you can totally block someone. Okay, then here it comes. Ural, I haven't really got to talk to you tonight. I hope you're doing good, guys. Good night, Sue. We appreciate you coming on. Oh, Calling Shavers, hey, how are you? Harvesting the Bounty, I hope you're doing good. Super capatories can supplement batteries. Oh, okay. I got what you're saying. Do you have a cold cruise? I have allergies right now, the busy little house. I need to make me a cup of Mullen tea, but I'm drinking coffee and sweating like a pig right now because it's about 90 degrees in my house for some reason. Or maybe it's just me drinking coffee at 11 o'clock at night. Okay, I'm reading somebody else's conversation now. So the busy little house, are you guys looking at doing any type of alternative in your tiny house? I know your husband's pretty handy and stuff with things like that. You might find that saves you a ton of cash. Good night back to the earth living. I appreciate you coming on. Sunny Slip Home said coffee this time of night is a whole lot of note. I can drink coffee 24/7. Gabby is 9. Hi, Gabby. I think we have some youngins coming on, guys. Wildcat Farm says he drinks it 24/7. Okay. 4 blessings. How big of a system are you wanting to put in at the end? How do I grab this guy to? Okay, well, I missed that one. All right. Yes, it was. How do I actually block them for good? The busy little house. Did you answer my? Hey, country homestead preacher. I'm glad you caught that one for me. Glory Grace Farm. The busy little house. Did you hear my question about are you guys going to do any type of alternative power up at your place? Maybe we can figure something how to melt the snow and make a hydro system or something. Yeah, but when I went to try to do that City Girl Country Art, when I tried to catch them on the side, good night North Star Prepstetter. When I tried to hit it beside their name, it didn't do that. So you've talked. What do you guys? Do you have a? Well, you guys freeze up pretty hard, so hydro would probably be pretty hard for you guys to run. I'm glad you made it on, Country Homestead Preacher. Can't wait to the shindig next year. Hopefully, we'll get to talk some more. Granny's Florida Garden. Hey, how are you? When you click their name, it should give you an option. Yeah, I'm trying. I jumped over and checked out the channel. Probably a pretty perf. Yeah, probably so. Thank you, Mims. That's why Mims is my hero. You guys see me post hero beside her name all the time. That's why. Getting more important to create own power because of smart meters. Yeah, It's crazy. I heard that they're going to start taxing the electric cars now. We plan on most of the house need the power pole on my shop. Yeah, well, I'm going to end up running a line to my shop too for Blessings. I just can't the capacity that I would need to do any woodworking and stuff like that. Um, and then everything else will run off gas with the blacksmith forge. It'll all be good to go. I know you got me there, Scott. You're a good man. Dee's Lose Garden, you got blocked? Don't block Dee's Lose Garden. I think is good to go, guys. Yeah, you can. Hardneck Farm. You got to be quick when Mims is in the house. You got to be quick. She Moves Mountains is your game. Yeah, three phase is a hard one. But is Overlook on here at all? He's the one that wanted to talk about this weekend or this Wednesday. Overlook Valley Homestead. Is he on here tonight? I don't see it. Georgia Malone, you won a hammock, girl. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you won a hammock tonight, Miss Georgia Malone. Maloney? George Ann Maloney. I have Solar City on my California house and my off-grid Idaho house. Okay, cool. How do you like them, Scott? Hidden Valley Homestead. Is that what panels are? Is that the panels you're using? Solar City. So how do you guys like these wooden crates that I put up here? I have more of them. Here, let me show you my mess if it doesn't mess us up. This is my shelving in the house. I got, these are already up and I just put these in for that. And then I got burlap sacks that cover this. That's my junk corner. I shouldn't have showed you guys that. You'll think worse of me. So the house is coming. We are going to do a premiere, I think, on the inside of the house here in another week, maybe a week and a half. I want to finish the floors in the kitchen and get that finished. Oh, there's my new chandelier, guys. It's candle Abra chandelier. But this is the only place downstairs that needs to be done is here in the kitchen. So hey, good to go, City Girl Country Heart. That would be great in that tiny house because they're so simple. And you could actually make where they got the slits in them, you can make hooks and slide them in and hook them and have them up. And then if you ever want to move the house, you just pick them up and take them off the wall. Maloney, I gotcha. You'll enjoy this hammock. I'm gonna have hammocks in the new room. Like I'm putting hammock hooks everywhere. If I could sleep in a hammock every night, I would be, which I can. I've just not put up the hooks. Carol, you like them? Thank you. So these hammocks, the cool part is most of the time when you buy hammocks, they don't come with the straps to put them in a tree and stuff. These hammocks come with the full system. It's called. Let me grab one. Oh, I should have showed that when I did it earlier. It's they're Just Relax is the name of the hammock company, and they're 400-pound rated. They go down small. They're great to keep in your car. Um, I'm gonna do that. Getting that one myself, guys. Let's just do that. Trying to take care of somebody here. All right, and remove that individual. Whoop. Thanks, Mims. I just blocked them. I don't know why I didn't do it all the way. I did. You got to read the name sometimes. Hardneck Farms. Sometimes it's all in the name. So anyway, so the hammocks are pretty nice. What do you guys want to talk about? Anybody else want to bring up some subjects? Christy Forages is a good person there, Hidden Valley Homestead. She's good. I don't know why we hit her. I'm trying to catch you, Christy. I don't know. Mims, unblock her. Sorry, Christy Forages. I think you might have accidentally got hit. Life with a table full. Somebody that knows how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Unblock Christy Forages. She is the young lady I was talking about earlier. Are you doing no-dig gardening in your raised beds? Yes, I actually went through, killed all the grass with plastic, laid down a weed mat for this year, and then I went with everything over top of it. Yeah, guys, if you can try to catch her and make her, there she goes. Can somebody, don't block Christy Forges, does not need to be blocked. She's good to go. So stop blocking Christy Forges, guys. No, somebody unblock her. How do you unblock somebody? Mims, I need you. Christy Forges. I think you guys are chasing each other. Let Mims do it. Nobody else mess with her. There you go. Sorry, Christy. My moderators are doing an amazing job. They just got a little overjealous. Christy actually is a young lady that's taught herself about foraging and wild edibles, guys. Go check her out. She's got a... Now, Narrowway, you deleted her again. Try again, Mimsy. I think she just got blocked again because somebody else is trying to... Mimsy's the only one that touches Christy Forages right now. Nobody mess with her for a minute, okay? Let's see. Christy, you're back. Good to go. Nobody else help her. We're good. They said you blocked her, Narrowway Farms. I don't know. Maybe someone's hacked something or another. I don't know. She comes up being hidden again in a minute. We'll see. That was crazy. What was your question, Christy? Did you have a question? The busy little house, you call me a Navy guy, and now you're blocking my subs? Come on. I love you. If nobody that didn't hear me earlier when we first got started, Miss the busy little house responded to my message. That's why she did not win a hammock or be put into it. She said that I was in the Navy. Nothing wrong with you Navy guys and gals, but I'm telling you. Yeah, I can give, hey, Christy Forges, you want to moderate? I'll give you a wrench. Al Bates, nice to see you, Marine Semper Fi. Bless her heart, I know. We can't do much for them. Hey, are you a moderator on? Whoa, whoa, post again, Christy. They went by quick with the trolls. Post again for me, and I'll grab you quick, hopefully. I gotta be fast. There you are. Pow, pow. All right, I think I got you. Let's see if you got a wrench. You're gonna be on the hammer team now. Let's see. Are you there, Christy? Do you have a blue name now? It's Kirsty. Okay. I'm sorry, Kirsty. Boom. Look at her. But guys, I enjoyed it. I went and watched one of her videos last night, and I'm actually gonna watch one tomorrow morning. I've got her set on my list of people to watch. I'm gonna go watch another one. How old did you say you were, Kirsty? She's a young lady. My hydro will come from Power Spout. When I buy, that is who I will buy from. Is she's 26 and she's got a lot of knowledge in that head. Did you look into those books, Kirsty? Three Baskets Living. Hey, how are you doing? Good to see you. What are you at right now, Microfarm Starter? Mimsy, what are you at? Yep, you need to check those out. You might even be able to find one online that you can look at before you look at buying one. You might be able to go do a little bit of research and see if that's what you want. Microfarm Starter, $6.69. That's good to go. Mims, where are you sitting at right now? Mims is at 767. I want to see a 1000. That would be awesome. Wildcat Farms is 105. Good to go, guys. Yeah, everybody check out everybody. That'd be good to go. Ural's at 670. Good to go. Yeah, I know. I can't sub twice either, Carol. Yeah, post where you're at, guys, so people can see. I don't mind that. Doesn't bother me at 5:53. It's amazing on how quick it grows. Yeah, they come out kind of crazy. Like mine's reading 5,000 now, and I don't know. I think I'm still at like 47 something. That's that new YouTube math that they've got going on. Let's see. Yeah, we've gained another 12 or so, 47.26. So where's that? Scott, are you gonna Scott are you gonna go with the Power Spout system on your hydro system up in Idaho? Hey, Monica Perez, how are you? Welcome. We're talking about alternative energy tonight. We read a little scripture earlier. If you want to go back and do it, we read John chapter 10, verse 9 through 11. If you want to go back and read that to kind of see where we're at, that's what we did there. We gave away 10 hammocks tonight. If you see okay. Mimsy's in charge of the live on Friday night. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to take my laptop. We'll get it running and get it going. But she's going to be the boss. Yeah. Scripture, solar, trolls, and channel love for others. Yep. Good one, Fairy Tale Creations. So, Southern Blessed Homestead. Hey, I missed you. Did you just come on? I miss you. I'm sorry. Three Baskets Living. Yeah, you missed it, brother and sister. I'll tell you guys who won so that you guys know. We've still got 82 people on here. I gave away 10 hammocks is how many I gave away. Where Elin came up with 16 on the video. The hammock giveaway was already done. Life with the Table Full. It's already, I just gave it off at the beginning. Tammy Butterworth won one. And guys, this was randomly chosen. I did one of those random generator things. I didn't record it, but I promise you I did. And so just laugh when you hear the second name to yourself, because I thought it was funny and laughed for 15 minutes. Tammy Butterworth, let's see, got to email me where to get one of those hammocks. 4 blessings. Okay, 4 blessings. Tammy Butterworth, 1-1. Roots and Refuge, Jessamiah, 1-1. Jenny Waterman, 1-1. Georgian Maloney, 1-1. Tamara King Nappy, 1-1. Jennifer Greeny, 1-1. Mary Hurt, 1-1. Lisa McKinney. Duncan 1900, which I'm very surprised I haven't seen her here yet. And TT Hoover actually won one. So 10 people won hammocks. My mind's going real slow. If I missed you guys. Okay, Chris, I've been playing with chores, composting toilets. I think deserve a hammock. Oh, they're already gone, guys. I'm sorry. Duncan is dealing with tornado weather. Oh, okay. Okay, good to go. We don't want her to be doing that. Uh-oh, what did they say, Scott? They being a little bit rude. Curdy Nerdy has been on here for a while trying to be funny. What he doesn't understand is we got hammers. Let me get him next time he comes on. Because right now it won't let me unless I can do it like that. Yeah, see, it won't let me select them, guys. Like when I go beside their name, they don't have three dots. John chapter 10, verse 9 through 11. Heather Stockholm. I wish I could give that. Glory Grace Farms, we've been having some trolls, so we've been getting some crazies. Our fingers have been going crazy everywhere. I've been trying to stay away. I just came from Bible study church. Next time, haha, I'm renting, so my solar energy in this house. Okay, cool. You made it, Janie. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for all the sweet comments that you have left. Janie has left me like a comment on every video that I have, and they've all been so sweet. All of you guys that are new have left me some beautiful comments. I really appreciate it. I have a question. There's 82 people on here. So I have a question, and I'm going to open this for discussion on the chat, and then microform starter. John 2, 3 through 4 is one of my, yeah, it's a good one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up for you guys. I want to see what you guys say, and then I'm going to tell you what my response was. I had a very nice, I'll start out like that, a very nice message sent to me on my thing. And what it said was just going through, and then it told me that the only thing that they disagreed with me upon on my videos was that I was the type of person that made Elin be quiet and be seen but not heard. That they didn't agree with me making Elin be seen but not heard. That I tell her to be quiet and that that I tell her to be seen and not heard. And I just had a stink bug on front of me, but I don't get that either. But the other thing is that she said she believed in negotiation with children, and that you will get better children through negotiation than discipline. Now, what do you guys think about that? I don't know if she actually said than discipline, but she said that she gets better deals through negotiating with kids. So I'm wanting to see where you guys go, and then I'll say, Al Bates, how are you? Yeah, I'm not worried. Like I said, I'm not worried about that. Um, Monica Perez, which part? Negotiation or discipline? I'm going to tell you my response, and then I'll let you see what you think. Okay. So my response was in this message was that I hope she continued to watch the videos and she could see how me and Elon interact. And I then went on and I was very polite and I think I was very respectful. I said, I think that the downfall with modern day society today is that we negotiate too much with children. We need to teach children respect and respect for themselves. That through teaching them respect and respect for themselves, that they know when to do something when they're told to do it. And then I reward with hugs and kisses and rewards. That I do that's the way that I do things. And that, you know, I hope that they stayed around basically, but in my opinion, I think that that is one of the biggest problems we've had. We try to negotiate with children, and that's not it. Teach children respect. My nephew that I raised from 13, he's now 27 and has two kids. The one thing that I told him when he came to with me at 13 years old, and had already been around the block about 35 times, I think. Very, very experienced young man at 13 years old. Um, as I told him when he came to my house, I said, you can do anything that you want. Anything you want, you can do it. You have one rule: respect. If you respect me and you respect yourself, we will not have any issues. But with that respect comes consequence, and it can be good consequence or bad consequence. So when you do whatever you want, understand that there's going to be a consequence for that. If you do it with respect and you understand and you come to me and we talk about it, then this is where we're at. So to me, respect is the thing that we need to teach our kids. Don't teach your child how to negotiate. Teach them to negotiate through letting them watch you do deals. Let them see you do trading. Let them see you in a marketplace trading. Let them see you trade for horses and cattle and make a good deal. That teaches them negotiation skills. Negotiating to a kid to be good and sit down and not play with the buttons on your shirt, which is the video that was, I think, mentioned. Um, it is crazy. My last video is on how we discipline. We have respect for others or we lose. Amen. I appreciate it. Now I'm gonna read some of your comments. Teaching navigation is better. Consider it joy. I missed something. As a single mom having to raise my boys with no man, it was hard, but they were always awesome. Glory Grace Farm, it is hard. It's hard raising a young woman, young lady, young girl as a father, because in my mindset, you know, that's kind of why little girls go to their daddies and little boys go to their mamas, and you get mama's boys and daddy's girls, is because I would love my daughter to know that a man's supposed to put you on a pedestal, and I'm trying to teach her that, and they're supposed to love you as they love Jesus Christ, and they're supposed to treat you that way. But in some ways, on the discipline side of it, I don't get to show her that a man can have a soft touch with you, a firm embrace, and a soft touch with you. Sometimes, she's got to get a little bit of that hard touch too, because there's no mama here to do it. Um, so it's kind of one of those things that I struggle with at all times. And trust me, I don't hesitate on it. I struggle with it though. Good night, Hidden Valley. I appreciate you coming on, brother. Off to bed, running on 4 hour. Go to sleep, Four Blessings Farms. I appreciate you coming on and modding tonight. And I hope that helped you. Where are your numbers sitting at right now, Four Blessings Farms? Before you jump off. So 413, where were you at when you came on? Like 369, 396? Chris, did you and Elin get the package I sent? Yeah, I meant to tell you that I've got that video, She Moves Mountain. She's already been playing with them in the shower. Guys, if you have kids or grandkids, She Moves Mountains makes these balloons. I think they showed them on her live. They're water balloons that are reusable. They're like crocheted, and you dump in the water and they expand, and you throw them and they bust, and you can throw them back, and then you can throw them in the washing machine. And okay, awesome. So you did pick up quite a few there, Four Blessings. You can hey, Two Family Homestead, welcome. I told everybody, I said, I know they'll come on. I seen them on here every time. They at least pop in and say hi. Living the Dream Homestead, hi. Annie and Andy's Homestead, hey, how are you? So we hit our 200 mark, guys. I just saw that. We're at 212 with the thumbs up, so that's awesome. But they're reusable water balloons. So if you want something like that for your kids or your grandkids, go over and hit up She Moves Mountains. They are awesome. She sent Elin like 6 of them, and we can't wait to get that going. But I did video that. What I'm trying to do is when she's gotten packages, I've got like 6 or 7 Fairy Tale Creation Center, a button and string game the other day that she's going to teach us how to use this weekend. Growing Branches, hey, how are you? We're going to do 216 now. We're going to put all those little videos together because she's received several packages that I've not gotten to put out there yet. 3 baskets living. Chris, glad I got to chance a little time. Hey, 3 baskets living. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Spare the rod, we spoil the child. It is not all about it is about discipline. I agree 100%. Chris Barfus, spank or no spank? I don't believe in beatings, but I believe a spanking is absolutely necessary to grab attention, and then you discipline from there. I think that a spanking is just an attention grabber to make sure you do what you need to do. William Hayes, how are you? Good evening. Glad I didn't miss you. You didn't miss us, William. Appreciate you coming in. Good night. Yeah, you never spank in anger. You never do anything with a child in anger. That's never a good thing to do. But when you catch their attention, and like I said, a quick that's not hurting anybody, but they'll cry like they did, cry like you've been beating on them. And punishment should always fit the offense. I agree with that 100%. I believe that words hurt worse than a spanking. I hate to see parents say, you don't spank, you don't spank. It's called the red hot stove rule. When you touch a red hot stove, you are immediately away. Exactly. I hate parents that say, I don't discipline with physical violence. I don't spank. I don't do this. But then they'll scream to the top of their lungs with full rage and anger at a child. I'm gonna tell you what. I can make most of you fully grown adults quiver and cry with my voice, and I never have to touch you. Now you imagine if you're a 3, 4, 5-year-old, and I'm bad at that at times. I've let it happen a couple times if I should. And it's one of the hardest things in the world for me to accept sometimes is I got to step back and I got to go, whoa, wait a minute. Let's see where we're at. Yelling doesn't help at all. John 3:16. It's one of those situations where I really think words hurt worse than spanking. I think timeouts work to an extent, but I think taking stuff away works better. I saw a woman cursing at her 5 kids the other day, calling them stupid. It cut deep. Yeah, I always sit down with Elon afterward and we have a talk. Now you can find out about the blocking issue. Am I blocking somebody? I was hard on my kids, but they are behaved. We all have our own issues. We have things that we have to work on and stuff. So you've got to really look at what you're doing when you're doing it. And words cut deep and they stay with you. I think I can remember harsh stuff that Sonny Preps, how are you? Um, I think I can remember hard words that my mom and dad said more than I can any beating. Um, you know, one of the men I most respect in my entire life. I once got into a public watching with a woman put down her kids. Yeah, it's crazy. Um, my Chris wants to make balloons and face paint for your little girl. Okay, cool. That sounds great, Michael. She loves face paint. She's into unicorns. So if she can do a unicorn, they will be best friends. Absolutely best friends. Horses and unicorns. Daddy, can I get a horse? I get asked at least 5 times a day. And she knows, yes, I know you're going to buy me one when I get my own farm. And I told her I would buy her 10. I'll buy her as many horses as she wants, but I'm not feeding them. Silver Amethyst agreed. Sorry, just got here. Words cut a lot deeper than spanking. Yes, they do. Not my mom yet. Nice to watch this and prepare myself. Yeah, Arena Brown, it's crazy. My daughter and yours would be best friends, horses and unicorn. I'm telling you, I think it's every one of them at that. She does a great horse. Good. She's in. She's got a best friend. Tell her to be ready for a best friend. Um, life, life with a table full. I agree with that wholeheartedly, and I think that's one of the problems with our school systems is we're allowing the kids to lead the school instead of the teachers to teach, and the fact that we have teachers that aren't teachers. I think that's one of our biggest. Good night, Wildcat Hollow Farms. I'm glad you're finally getting some rest. Um, or getting started, you're just getting started, is I think that we're hiring teachers that are more politicians than they are teachers. There's a difference between a talker and a teacher, and we have lots of talkers in our school system. And I know John is a teacher, but I know he's not a talker. Um, Fairy Tale Creations, I got a feeling that my daughter, I'm going to have to bring my trailer. Do I need to bring a trailer to bring stuff back with Mims and Fairy Tale Creation? Just let me know now. Yeah, Wildcat Hall Farms, the inmates run the asylum. We have teachers that don't know how to teach. My nephew graduated 5 years ago from University of Tennessee with his teaching degree in agricultural, and he went to North Carolina, took a very good job, was having again. Hey, Wilma, I missed you. Sorry, welcome. But he had a very good job, went down and didn't make it through the second semester and said, I got to come home. They wouldn't allow him. He had a young man reach up a girl's dress and grab a hold of her private areas. And she, yeah, I'm not bringing a horse trailer. You better stop that harvesting the bounty. Uh, Amy Ward, who does it say blocked her, Mims's Garden? Have her posted up here. Whoever blocked her will probably have to unblock her. I don't, because it's not letting me do anything when they're blocked. Um, tell Amy to get back on here. Maybe I can try to get it done. Um, so There you go. Amy work. You're good. It looks like. But so he said he sent the kid to the office, and they actually came down and gave him a write up for sending the kid to the office. I was like, dude, what? That's crazy. Kids stand up and cuss him in class, and this is a middle school. And it was in a rural area. It wasn't a city school. It was a rural area. I said I'd be calling every parent that the kid done. I wouldn't have cared what the school board said. Yeah, I did come back quick harvesting the bounty. Had to call the teacher. I mean, it is, Christy. It's hard. Two family, have fun in Georgia. Enjoy yourself down there. I wish we could come, but we made other plans, and I'm a man of my word, and I'm looking so forward to going and meeting the people, not necessarily the actual. I'm actually looking forward to the conference because I got Cherokee blood in me, and I want to be able to go down and learn some language and stuff. No, I do not want a mini horse harvesting the bounty. You're going to get in trouble. Melody, so you're going to be there too, Mello. Okay, cool. I think I caught that the other night. Albany Homestead, how are you? Um, yeah, they do. I'm looking for the Cherokee, the language, and the Trail of Tears class, and then I'm gonna try to my best. Daryl and Sherry. I don't know which one it is, but love you both. Can't wait to see you guys. Consider it joy, Homestead. If you fit a mini horse into your focus, I'm going to find a way to sabotage your windmill. Heather Stockholm, we are going to the Greater Appalachian Homestead Conference I think it's Crossville. Crossville, Cookville. Which one is it? I always get wrong. Crossville, Cookville. I hope you guys are coming. Consider it joy. Are you guys coming? I hope so. Grammy Karen, another hero. Welcome, welcome. Did Zach and Jen, Grammy Karen, did Zach and Jen, Cookville, did Zach and Jen, blah, 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 blah. Did your daughter and Zach decide if they were going to come to the Greater Appalachian Homestead? Bear Paul Timber, hey, how are you doing? North Idaho and how Scott just left. We're starting to get some of the West Coast guys on right now. That's kind of why we get picked up. There we go. Cookville, Tennessee, this Saturday, the 25th, starts at 9 in the morning and goes until 6 in the evening. Silver Amethyst, I appreciate you. And Roots and Refuge was just on here a little while ago. We did the random drawing for our hammocks that we gave away, and Stivers are not coming. I'm going to call Zach tonight at 2 o'clock in the morning and fuss at him. He loves road trips. But we gave away the hammocks and stuff, and Roots and Refuge actually won one of the hammocks in a random drawing, one of the generators. Okay, got rid of one. Growing Branches, hey, how are you? I know you wanted a hammock. I'm sorry, but we already gave them away. The Busy Little House, read some of the names. That's funny, The Busy Little House. Emerson, we are doing great. You're a little bit far away to come to that one, but I tell you what, Hidden Valley Homestead and them are having a get together in Idaho. I don't know what part of California. You're in Southern California, so that would still be a huge drive for you because they're just right across the line, wherever they're at up there. So a flight wouldn't be too bad. I want to go to that. I want to go out and give him some support because I really like that group of guys. but I don't think that I'm going to be able to because I looked into tickets and stuff. It was a couple $100, I'd make it happen. Outdoors with Eric, what's going on? Hope we're having a great evening, brother. But we okay, well, tell her to repost and I'll let her back on. I blocked her. I removed her from the post. Sorry. Tell her to come back on, Mimsy's Garden, if she's still watching. I'm sorry, Turdy Hoggins. Come back on here. I'll get you back on. I'm sorry. I thought that was a troll, the busy little house, and you were commenting on the donkey back to her. You didn't mess up again. It was me that messed up this time, 100%. I should leave it to you guys and not try to play. I'll have to do it, though, because I think I'm the one that blocked her, so I have to do it. Tell her to come on back by, that I'm very, very sorry. Hey, how old is Elin, by the way? I love her name, but why do you say a long E? Her name is Elin. Elin is how you say her name. It's Elin Max. So everybody wants to call her Elon or Ellen. It's Elin is how you pronounce it. And she will be 6 in August. No, you're not taking your wrench away. As long as you don't say I was in the Navy again, you're good. Good night, Kirsty. I thank you for coming on. I really do. I would love to know about people getting together in California. I'm in Kodiak, Alaska, but I have family in California. Hey, Ariel Brown, do you actually have a channel? Because I think this first get together in Idaho, North Idaho, is for creators, and then they're going to plan a bigger event for everybody. But it's just right across the Spokane, Washington, right across the line from there. That's actually the closest place there. Yeah, Grammy Carolyn, they are real close together, and Elin and Ray Ray got along better than Wyatt and Elin did, which they did not get along, but it was funny. Emily, she's a cutie too. So, well, the Knicks, how are you? She's working, she's doing it. I got all y'all on it tonight, but we hit 224. I wonder if it's the trolls giving us thumbs up. You get used to all this stuff. What size does Elin wear? Elin wears a 5'6". Diana. She is she's growing in every way but height. She's going to be short and stocky like her daddy. Harvesting the bounty, you're going to get in trouble. I'm telling you, I'm going to get you. I just had to give the busy little house the trouble about the Navy comment. Outdoors with Eric, are you in Idaho too? Is that where you're at? Where are you at? Outdoors with Eric? Never enough seeds. You're what part of Michigan are you in, Eric? Oh, Kalamazoo. I lived in Brighton for about 7 years. That's what I was air marshal out of the Detroit airport and lived up toward Brighton, Brighton Howell area. Lived there right there on Lake Chemung. So very familiar. That is a wonderful, wonderful area up there for outdoor people. If you guys have never been to Michigan, not upper part of Michigan, but midway through the Hand and up, you're missing out because it is a wonderful outdoors place. Awesome. I just got back from that. Cool. Do you outdoors with Eric? I don't think I've gotten around to getting to your. Do you have you have a channel, right? I think I'm subbed to you, but I don't think I've gotten around to actually jumping on yet. I've got a list that I'm trying to work through, and we just have so many new people that it's getting hard. So I'm trying to watch instead of going through and binge watching everybody. I'm trying to watch one or two from everybody. I had a question for someone who is looking to get into homesteading. What kind of gun would you have on hand for small game? I know how to shoot a pistol, but never a rifle before. Silver Amethyst, I have a video. If you go on there and look, it's basic firearm safety, and I go through that. I think for the homestead, the all-around best gun to have is a 22 Magnum or a 410 shotgun. I like the 20. I'm a 22 fan on everything, but I like the 22 Magnum because it's big enough to do most anything you have to do. Outdoor trespassers have been killing. I have watched yours. I've watched your trespassing videos. I have been on your channel already and watched. 223, that's a great round too. But for the homestead and for what you're wanting to do, 22 Magnum will take care of just about everything you can. Fairly easy to grab ammo for too. So look into it, Silver Amethyst. That's a really good good rifle, and now they're actually making some very good handguns in 22 Magnum as well. Ruger makes a nice little revolver in a 22 Magnum, so you can have a pistol and a rifle that are shooting the same cartridge. So you'd be good to go. Trespassing, Outdoors with Eric has had some trespassing issues his place. You need 2 more what, Mimsy Garden? I missed something. You need 2 more what? Who have kids. We recently started our channel. I've shown our kids on there. A part of me worries about showing our kids. Has anyone else thought about it? I'm just thinking strangers. Hey, Waterman Homestead, we have this conversation. Me and Elin I talked about this on my kids' safety and firearm safety. We've had this conversation. I had to have a long conversation with my mother. People are recognizing us now here in the area. They are literally coming up and talking to Elin, and you just have to be aware even a little bit more. But they've come up to us and talked to us, and most of the time it's just very friendly and stuff. But people are recognizing and stuff. Hey, City Girl Country Heart, go get some rest. I know you've had a long week. Storage containers for your seeds collection. That's craziness. Oh man, life with Linda. Hopefully everybody will start being okay. Good night, Heather Stockholm. But yeah, so you have to watch your kids. You really do. You just you have to. It's just like being a good parent. You always have to keep an eye out. But when you put them out there, you have to. People are going to know them. Be prepared for people to come and say, "Hey," whatever their name is. That's your kids, right? Harvesting the bounty. Is that what you're talking about? Got some stink bugs in here tonight. They keep dive bombing me. Thank you, Arian Brown. We are a group of people that enjoy each other's company, that like to share a little bit of fellowship, and we don't hide Jesus Christ at all on this channel. Some people don't like that, but we have some people on here that they're non-believers, but they like the content. So that's crazy. They do want my light. Yes. Everyone starts name and age, so there it is. You're now what we got there was you only had how many you didn't have all the kids with you harvesting the bounty at the shindig, did you? I'm trying to sit here and think. You had 3 or 4 of them with you, I think. How many did you just say up there? You may have had them all. I don't know. We didn't get to talk because you were so shy. You're not allowed to be shy anymore. You have to put yourself out there. So I will have a senior and that's a spread right there. Albany Mountain Homestead, a senior and a kindergartner. That's awesome. I'm sitting here right now, guys. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Tell me. I'll be real quiet. But the frogs are singing like crazy. Can you hear them or no? Probably not. But I tell Elon all the time, I try to trade for babies. We'll see a cute baby and I'll start talking to the moms and dad. I'll say, and I'll joke around. And I'll say, I'll trade you this cake or this ice cream or whatever it is for the kids. I never say I want to trade her. She looks at me and she says, we're not having any more babies, Daddy. You're not trading for them. And she'll make that face. She does not like it. Michael Farmer said, thank you. Hey, good night. And I'm glad you caught those. I really do. I hope everybody gets everything and God blesses them and his cup runneth over onto us. I missed that. You turned your back on religion a long time ago. Oh, just trying to. Oh, I wanted to see that comment. See you at the conference, Microfarm Starter. I turned my back on religion a long time ago. I'm just now realizing that I don't need religion to be spiritual and commune with the higher power. Diana Vegas, I think we are the church, and that's the problem that a lot of people are having today. And we've talked about this quite a bit here on the channel. Is that people have forgotten about what Jesus Christ and what true Christianity is supposed to be. This is the church, the people, myself, this body, the blood that Christ shed for us, and that spirituality. I do not attend church. We talk about that openly. I don't tell anybody that does attend church that they're wrong, but that's what they need for themselves. Um, and I'm sorry, I got caught up in something there, but just you know, being spiritual and believing is within yourself and your person, not within 4 walls of a building. Busy little house. I'm the closest. I'm the same way with God when I'm alone in nature. I feel very close to God when I'm on here with you guys. I really do. It's something that I was not expecting, was to be able to get on here and talk and have so many people that are good night, Monica, that are have the same mindset, that love Jesus Christ, but are so fed up with the modern church. I think that's probably that, and what I was talking about with the children are. Oh, you're real delayed. I'm sorry, but but we've our leadership within our church have let us down so much because it's become a business. Um, Churches have become a business, and I tell this to people, for the new people that are on here that are there, because there's still some new names here. If you go to church, I want you to look at something, and then you can really take what I'm saying to heart and figure it out. If you have a Duncan 1900, are you guys okay? We heard that there was 3 people in Missouri that have gone to see our Father, and I hate to hear that. But are you guys okay? I'm going to stop what I was talking about. All right, good to go. Now, good news. You want a hammock, Duncan 1900? Lady, you want a hammock? Woo! Look, I have a big pile of hammocks back here. This one has your name on it right here. Look there. That's yours, Duncan 1900. Look, I'll put this. You can take a picture and keep it with you always. See? So we gave away, Duncan, you just got on here. We gave away, um, Brenda, we gave away 10 hammocks tonight. And the funny thing is, I random generated everything on them and did it before we came on. And the second person that won was Roots and Refuge. And it was all random. So pretty crazy. But back to what I was saying before I got distracted by a squirrel called Duncan 1900. So anyway, if you have a preacher at your church and you go in and you start doing a little research, and let's say that they're under the age of 50. Okay, so you have a pastor that's under the age of 50 and they've been preaching for 25 years. If they've been to 2, 3, 4, I'll even go 5 churches during that time period. Um, I'm glad you think I'm funny, Brenda. But if you go to there and they've been to 4 or 5 churches in a 25-year period, that's awesome. That's good. But if you go to that same individual and they've been to 10, 15 different churches, they're not there for the flock. They're not there for the church. They're there and saying that they're being led by God to go someplace else when all they're doing is chasing a dollar because this church is giving them a bigger stipend or a bigger house to live in while they're there. And, that's a um, big craziness. I'm recently limited as a spouse is trying to find my homestead path. Vermont weather and resources make it a challenge. Any advice? Dirty, I would say go south. I would say that would be my biggest piece of advice. I mean, it's hard. Vermont is absolutely one of the most beautiful places on earth, but it would be absolutely so hard to homestead there with the seasons the way they are, unless you just find your way. Weldon Hit Nix, hey, how are you? I'm glad to have you. Um, so that would be one of the craziest part. I work with my pastor. He is a heparin orthodontic specialist who goes out and street preaches with my son. That's awesome. I am not trying to beat up church, but I'm trying to beat up individuals that don't take care of it. We've had so many issues in the past 15 to 20 years where our church should be standing up. What people want to understand is there's actually nothing that says separation of church and state. Most states say that a member of clergy cannot serve in an open and public office. And that's where people get the separation of church and state. So, our the reason that you have those separations in individual states is because your clergy, your pastors, your ministry, your higher ups are supposed to be there to fight against some of this craziness that's going on right now. That's 100% against um, faith based against this guide right here. That are against this guy. There's so many things that are going against it, but we don't have any men and women that are supposed to be our leaders in our church standing up and fighting for what's right now. They say they do. They do in that house that you go to on Sunday and on Wednesday, but they don't go out here to the brothel, to the whorehouse, to the street, to the protest and make it known. They don't go to the courthouse when they're putting laws in the place that are crazy. Albany Mountain Homestead, a Ginormous greenhouse for growing in Vermont. There you go. That would be another one. Have a great big greenhouse. You're going to Africa this summer harvesting the bounty. Are you taking the kids with you? Yeah, there's way Rainbow 505, there's way too much compromise. When the Pope's coming out and saying, I mean, it tells you in here like 900 different places, and this is not about the individual. You show enough preaching now, brother. I'm trying to not preach. I'm trying to just be um, honest. But this book says in a million different places that a man shouldn't lay with a man, a woman shouldn't lay with a woman. And just if we take religion out of it, if we just go to basic science, um, you can't continue on a population with two men and two women. I have friends that are homosexual. I call them friends. I love them. I hate the sin. I hate because this is what I believe in. So I love the person. I hate the sin. That's not being cruel. That's me living by my beliefs. They have the right to live by their beliefs. I defended that right for them to go do what they want to do. I have a niece right now that I love with all my heart. I delivered her. I made her belly button, and there's no one else in her family alive. My sister died. That was her mother. Her father died. Her grandfather died in her first year of UT. All of that happened to that young lady in 1 year. In 1 year, she lost all those people, and she's struggling with that right now. Are you telling me to shut up, Mims Garden, in a nice way? So I don't want to cause people anything. I'm not trying to say something wrong. I'm not saying hate speech. I'm saying love speech. I'm saying what this good book right here tells us to do, and I'm saying we don't have enough people to do it. We had an individual, yes, was elected into office, and she had a job to do in Virginia, but we didn't have any clergy stand up and walk up and support her during her decision to say, "Look, I have a religious right as well as you have a religious right or rights too. You're asking me to violate my religious rights." Heidi K, you do not have to go to church to talk to God. I talk to God every single day. I talk to God more than most people think. I'm talking to him constantly. Georgia Malone, that's what I was saying earlier. If you look in your church, if you go to church and you honestly look up at the man in the pulpit and you can say that he's been to 10, 15, 16 churches throughout his career, and especially if it's less than a 25-year career, that man ain't there for the Lord. Thank you, Mims. I know some people end up getting themselves in trouble. Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't want us to stay in sin. He wants us to go. That's what I say all the time, guys. You take a Sunday and go someplace that you would normally not go and talk to people. You don't have to beat someone to death with this book to talk about Jesus. You don't have to thump them over the head. You don't have to talk about Jesus in the meaning of his actual word to get through to someone to understand. You just have to show them compassion and love and kindness. You have to show them the things that Jesus Christ showed us when he walked this earth. We are talking to him now as a group. We're 79 of us preaching it. I mean, you have to talk. You have to be able to go into a place and have an intelligent conversation. You cannot go into a battle of wits with an unarmed man or woman. You cannot go into a battle of wits with an unarmed person. So you have to go in and you have to have a conversation, and you have to be able to have the knowledge and the capability to speak and teach without berating and beating. The busy little house, yeah, but the scripture we read on our first channel tells you not to let those gray-haired people be the ones that belittle you as a young man or a young woman in the name of Christ, because the young can teach us as well. I went to a Tea Party meeting in the last Obama election. I went in, and I'm not affiliated with the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, or the Tea Party. Matter of fact, in the same year, I spoke at all three conventions. And I went to it, and they got up and they're talking about it at the end. And this was just for the leaders of the Tea Party. And I loved everything I heard for the day. And the guy at the end of the day got up and he said, we need to find us a good, peppered, gray-haired man in his 50s to 60s to get up here, find that right man to elect in here and get elected into the presidency. And I looked, and he asked, does anybody have any ideas? And nobody was really saying nothing. It was kind of chattering. And now here I am as a guest speaker, and I raised my hand. This is when I still married. My ex-wife was with me, and she's looking at me like, what? And I raised my hand, and he said, yes, Mr. Rivette, I'd love to hear what you have to say, Chris. And I said, are you crazy? In the front of 1,000 people, members of the Tea Party in leadership positions. And the whole room got quiet. Everybody kind of looks at me. I said, are you crazy? You're wanting a gray-haired older man to get up and represent the Tea Party when you're supposed to be the newer party that's representing everybody. I said, who you need is someone. There's a gentleman there by the name of Scott. I said, I pointed to him. He's about 40, 45 years old, about my age right now. I said, you need a young man like him who served 15 years with the Navy SEALs, who's been in the politics now for a while, that has a thing. I said, but if you get another gray-haired, peppered-haired guy that's 50 to 60 years old in there, you ain't doing anything different than what's already there. If you really want to succeed, you need to grab somebody that's not in that box. And that's why Obama got elected into office. I don't think it has anything to do with color. I think he got elected into office because he was a younger man. It's like with JFK. JFK was an amazing individual, but I think he got into office because he was a younger man with a good political sense of lineage and stuff. So I'm off that box now. I went from religion to politics, two things we shouldn't discuss. All right, I'm sorry. I'm catching off some stuff. Gracefully, Savannah out there. We that the dead they sin continue. What shall we say then? Shall we continue to sin that grace may abandon us? How dare we that are dead to sin continue anymore? We are dead to sin. I missed something there, so I don't want to get involved in that conversation because I've missed part of it. So I'm not gonna comment. A doctor 40 years in the practice almost killed my newborn baby. He had to wait on a young specialist from another hospital to come and save him. The busy little house, knowledge is given to us from God. We have the ability. God gives us each a knowledge that we each one have. Consider it joy. Good night. We appreciate you coming on. And I think that Mims, did you ask me a question about Saturday night, Friday night, Saturday night? I'm sorry, but another question I have. I know we're down to like a quarter of people that were in there, and to jump off of where we're at right now. But everybody's been asking me about about my Amazon wish list. The Amazon wish list, you have to copy and paste to Amazon off of my about page. Sweet Daniel from Roots River started a little challenge for each person to be more loving day to day. Challenge accepted. I do try, but lately, I understand that. All right, I can take that challenge. Be a little bit more loving. I'll take Daniel's challenge. He's a good young man. Okay, I thought you had said something earlier when I was on my preaching box about our lives or something like that. Yeah, Diana, I mean, that's exactly what I think is so amazing about the homestead community is you have very liberal individuals and you have very conservative individuals that can actually come across and meet in a moderate situation and have a decent conversation and literally work through conflict. that conflict that the media and everybody has placed there. And that's one of the issues that we have. I believe in our Constitution. I believe in the freedom of press, but I think lies and deceit, and it's covered in our Constitution to deal with it, should be absolutely, absolutely dealt with to the highest of standards and to the highest of punishments. I think if you lie, openly lie in a press situation, in the freedom of press, if you lie to the people, you should be held to a higher count, to almost to a point of treason, in my opinion. Rainbow 505 comedy. It probably will be pretty good comedy. Am I buffering? Am I buffering for you guys? I'm sorry if I am. Yeah, it keeps coming through the same message over and over for you, Mims. I'm sorry. I'm getting nope, 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 nope. All right, good to go. So, so who wants to have a different type of conversation? What do we want to talk about? We've been on here. How long have we been on here? I don't even know. 2.5 hours? Usually I've got a little thing up here that tells me, I guess because it's this way. Yep, 2.5 hours. I can go for about another 30 minutes because Elon's not here, guys. But that's up to you guys. Do you guys want to stay on for about another 30 minutes or so, or do you guys want to get off? Um, thank you, Melody. My last video was that that was a very, very, very sincere. Every one of my videos are sincere, but that one hit me hard. What Jess did for us, and guys, here's the backstory. Now that I'm getting to talk to you a little bit longer, because most of you guys are the people that have been here from the beginning. Um, I had no clue that Jess was doing that. None. We went to the Strawberry Festival, which is a video I have not even put out yet. I've got a video made up of us putting fish into the pond that I'm going to do that's from like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Um, Life with Linda, ask me in just one. Oh, if you have questions, put them in. How, who all is going to the Stivers in November? I'm going to be speaking, if I'm not mistaken, Rainbow 505 at the Stivers, but I'll let them put out what I'm going to speak about. But I am actually going, and I think I'll be. I cannot copy your problem cause I'm not on a computer. Yeah, somebody see if you can do that. If you can copy and paste. Hardneck Farms, can you copy and paste my Amazon link over to Amazon? See if that works. You don't have to order something. Just see if you can work it over there and find it. Priscilla Robertson, I'm new today. I don't know how I found you. Lucky, I guess. I love your forum. God is great, isn't he? Sending love. Hey, we appreciate it, Priscilla. God is great. And we've been off and on. I hope you've been here for a while in the background watching. We've been on a couple of different boxes tonight on the Lord. Good to go, Rainbow. Rainbow, what is your first name? I know I've asked that before. I'm sorry. Paige Ray 57 just hopped on. Glad I caught you live. Hey, I'm glad you're here. We've been going for a while. We're gonna go for Renee. Okay, I thought I knew that. Um, I got some buffering from Silver Amethyst. Maybe it's me or I kicked the table or something. I'm sorry. Um, but but we'll be there and that'll be a lot of fun. They are a great family too. They're amazing. Grammy was on here earlier. Last time I was in Kentucky, I was just a girl and rode horses and motorcycles and got a scar to prove that. I got scars from everything I've ever done in Kentucky. Only time I didn't get hurt, I think, was last time when I went up to the seat swap with the Stivers. It's probably why they want me to come back so I can fall and get a scar. Thanks, busy little house. Oh, okay. Arian Brown, what was your question? Post it again. I'm sorry. I am for it, but now a child needs both parents. Okay, I missed your question, Arian Brown. Let me know. Getting late here. It is getting late. It's 12:25. Foster and adopt partner. Hubby and I are going to Stivers and trying to get Jen for it. You need to. Jen, you need to come up for that one. Arian Brown, I believe the Lord can use. Slid out on gravel, the motorcycle. Cooking leg for dinner. What a beautiful smell that is. I guess I'm going to need to go over and tell everybody that the contest is over for the hammocks because I'm still getting messages for it popping up. Let's see. Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles in Wisconsin. How are you? Anna has a great channel and a big heart. Go check her out. Absolutely, she does. She is on hero status with me. So is Busy Little House when she's not calling me a Navy guy. Nothing wrong with you, Navy guys. What to ask questions off topic. I am divorced but want to adopt. As a Christian, what do you think about this? Oh, I think it's absolutely awesome. I think if you're divorced and you want to be able to provide a Monica Perez, bye, see you later. I think that I think if you have the financial ability to do so, that you should. Jennifer Piper, how are you? Yep, we're going to be on for about another 30 minutes, and then we're going to jump off. This is going to be about a 3 hour live, which is about on par for course for us. Yeah, I mean, I would. I mean, that's still not out of the question for me. If you had my week, Chris, you would be saying all kinds of things upside down. The busy little house. You have a busy little house. Your name suits you very well. Amy Warwick, lots of children out there need so. I always said, guys, I said that I said I never wanted to have children. I said that I never wanted to have children, that I wanted to adopt, that I never wanted to have children of my own. And gosh, I'm glad that one got changed really big. If I would have known at 20, and I've said this before on here, if I'd have known at 20 what I know now at 45, I'd have 100 kids. I'd have more babies than Harvesting the Bounty and the Busy Little House put together, and all of Mims's grandbabies and grandbabies to be. Rise one day. I'll have to go on there and see that. I might try to get someone to come help me with that because I know it works because we've received stuff off of our Amazon wish list. But I don't know what's up. Busy Little House, are you on a computer? Arian Brown, I think adoption with a single parent is awesome if you can afford it. I think as a single parent, that's one of the things that you have to make sure you do. If you're financially capable of supporting a child through adoption, I think it's a wonderful thing. I think that you do a child injustice if you can't afford to take care of the basic needs of that child as a couple. And I know it's not just about money, but it is about money. I think that it's a you, you can do just as much harm as you can help if you try to take a child in that you cannot afford to take care of. But I think it's absolutely amazing. So send your spare children to single down. Send every one of them to P.O. Box 13, Unicoi, Tennessee 37692. I'll take them all. Life with Linda got it. There you go. She got it to go. Thanks, Life with Linda. That's very, very cool that you can get it to go. Some people were saying they having issues with that. So Hardneck Farms, go get off of here and get stuff taken care of if you need to. Silver Amethyst, don't think Unicorn would be happy. Yeah, she might be a little unhappy if you start sending me a bunch of kids. Unless they're older, she likes older kids. Hardneck and Life with Linda got it posted. She got it to work. I wasn't looking for it to get posted on here. I was seeing if you could actually copy it and take it over to Amazon and drop it. I actually put those instructions in my about, if I'm not mistaken. Mims, if you need to get off here for the night, girl, go on, get off. Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles. Yeah, and I have to get garden and Splitwood winter and a bunch of other stuff. At least you're not at work. I like that one. See, I'm getting repeating. When Anna does that, when hers is buffering, her messages keep repeating over for me. Yeah, I see that she's buffering bad. She needs to get off here. She knows she can. We got enough people to do it. We're just chit chatting now. Sunny preps. I'm at work, but leaving soon. Okay. Oh, so now that most everybody's gotten their gardens in, I've got a little bit more stuff to do. Probably be done by the end of next week, getting stuff done. What are some of your other projects for the summer? 10 cords of wood to split. Start out when it comes to skills. Infrastructure, Silver Amethyst. I think that any skills that you have, if you're going to start out in homesteading, you should start out with skills that deal with infrastructure. How to set fence, how to build barns, how to do water troughs, how to get that stuff done. Because if you don't have infrastructure, don't go buying animals. If you don't know how to take care of and build a chicken tractor or I gotta adjust here, guys, a chicken tractor, or how to build a barn or how to stretch fence or how to do that stuff, you better know how to do that if you're going to have animals, or you're going to have a really hard time. Well, my broccoli's okay, but my cauliflower's already been pulled. Um, I actually fed it to the goats. I actually ate a bunch of the flowers off of it. It was good, but it just bolted overnight. So Silver Amethyst says she knows how to cook. I wish my garden was planted rain. Brenda, you guys have been getting hammered. No, if you're talking to me, Silver Amethyst, if you're saying that's kind of it's so I have a lot of work to do. Then, no, learning how to run fence and stuff is not real hard, but there's no reason to go buy animals if you don't have your infrastructure together. Squint Eastwood, yeah, I would say two because they're flock. Chicken or flocks, they like to be together. I would say get you 2 to 3 and buy hens. You won't have that much of an issue with noise if that's your issue, and you don't have to have the rooster to get eggs. Roots and Refuge Farms got me here. First time watching here too. I love it. Oh, I'm glad you like it there, Arian. I hope I'm saying your name right. Working on my sheds. It's going to be my war room and crafting place. There you go. Yeah, I had to do some pruning today too. I went out and suckered and pruned tomatoes. They're all looking good. I got about 14 little bitty tomatoes about this big around, and about 10 peppers about that big already. My peas are going good. So everything's starting to come in. Waddle Bells, what's going Chris, I will be done with work in 30 minutes. I will see if you still on back to work. I go. Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles. Have a great night if I don't catch you after this. Yep. Chickens scare me, but I still want a couple. Hens are, hey, Squinted Eastwood, chickens are pretty easy. If you just handle the, congratulations on the tomato babies. Thank you. Thank you, the busy little house. Chickens are actually really good. They can be fun. Our chickens, Elon can run around, chase them, catch them, and they don't do anything. We went to the individual we traded for the old spots. We traded the coons to old spots for, and one of the roosters got her in the leg the other day, and she did not like that. Fairy Tale Creations, you tell her just to get off. She's fine. I am so upset. Can't get chickens due to Newcastle something like picket fence. What are we posting here? Let's see. Homesteading is a state of mind to me. It is about becoming as self-sufficient as you can, even in a small place. Sorry about the bad typing. I type bad too, the white picket fence. It is. Homesteading is about where you're at. It's about doing what you got with where you're at. If it's pots, if it's a couple of little containers you can do, having the skills and actually using them. Prepping versus homesteading. I say that all the time. There's a difference if you're in the middle of the city and you really can't homestead at all, but you can. You can homestead on your patio and stuff and do some stuff. You can go hunting and fishing on your days off and get in the wilderness and provide meat and stuff like that. Frida Trucker, how are you? The Tinkerer's wife, welcome. How are you? Um, but you got ways that you can put meat and provide for your family naturally that necessarily don't have to have acreage or a large lot to do that. I was told years ago that you shouldn't mix your chickens with any other bird types behooves they carry a harmful disease that other birds, especially do ducks. But I see a lot of people with ducks mixed in. Ducks are crazy. Ducks are fun, but they're really crazy. They're fun to watch and stuff, but it's kind of interesting to see how that goes. I got my cursor in the wrong place. Georgia Malone, congratulations on the hammock and have a great night. Melody, I have not ordered any shirts yet. I was waiting on the order to get large enough so I could order a bunch. That's what I had said in the beginning, but it doesn't look like they're going to go too good. I've only sold 5 shirts. So I'm going to go next week when I get back from the convention and actually have those shirts ordered and just have them specially made and done. And then when I have the money on hand, I'm going to order 100 shirts and then I'm just going to sell them that way. So you'll have your shirt within the next 2 weeks, but I will not have them at the convention. So sorry. You better not be taking other people's chickens to Busy Little House. Yeah, you don't have to buy one, Melody. I'll bring you one. I've got about 40 of those left. Mims is back. Amy Woodrick. I will be growing lots of herbs on my small property like sage, thyme, and basil. Hey, that's one way to go. Get you some trays and do some microgreens too. It's very easy. I have in all of my windows, I have shelving to grow in my windows. So I hate when I get one of these YouTube pop-ups that stays there. So what is our time right now? I get to talking, guys. We still got about 10 minutes. So we're there. I already do. My family loves them. Yeah, microgreens are awesome. Live with what God gives you. That I love, guys. I did not get Elin to do that. That is not me teaching her to do that. She's seen me and heard me do it enough on the thing. I say, God bless and live with what God gives you. And she just started doing it. I started saying that, and I'll goose her. I mean, I'm not goosing her to make her do it, but she started doing it, and I love it. I think that it is absolutely amazing. Yeah, Haddock Farms, I'm telling you. 66 people still listening to me ramble. I'm not doing so good with my cilantro. Okay, I'm sorry. Our saying is be calm, be kind. I like that. She was so cute. I'm getting real good at that. She said he. She, the one you guys are gonna. She does a little thing like that on this fish video that I'm getting ready to put out. Thank you, brother, sister. Hardnick Farms. What's your name? Um, but I let her have the camera, and she films me putting the fish in there, and she's back there talking to y'all. She's back there doing the whole thing. So I'm gonna let her. Somebody suggested that I let her do a farm tour and let her talk and just go and do the whole thing. So I think I'm gonna do that. Let her have the camera, walk with her and stuff, and let her film what she sees on the farm. See you, Jamie. Secretly, would we try to have fun? We try to talk just like we're all sitting in a big room around a table having a coffee. Got an animal sitter on here. It's Brown. I missed something here, and I'm Kathy Drew. Hey, how are you? Fairy Tale Creations. I'll see you this weekend. Thank you. Hey, I'm hoping that she takes completely over and she can do these lives soon. She got to get a little older to stay up this late, though. Yeah, Grandma Sue Happy, she's the one that's told me what she, on every video we've made, she's told me what she wanted to make when it comes to cooking. The deer burritos, she's the one that does that. I never made deer burritos before. As far as that for her like that, she made that up. I want to put deer meat on those with rice and couscous, and she calls couscous baby rice. Um, and Wendy, all right, Wendy. So it is, ma'am. Um, Fishing looks awesome today, but on sale it was like $400. Okay, that was me. If you could learn one thing, what would it be? What do you want to get good at? Who? If I could go back in time and like concentrate on one thing, like a skill other than what I've done in life, I would do blacksmithing. I'm too old right now. I enjoy it. I play with it, and I can get better at it, and I will learn more about it. It's a lot of fun, but it's a young man's game. Well, it's a young man's game to start. Um, yeah, that's a skill that I would like to just learn myself. I can do a little bit. I make beam hooks and stuff like that. I can show you a piece that I've done. Whoa, that's hot. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just right here beside you. So these are some things that I've made on the forge. This is a big ladle, and it's all dimpled and stuff. I don't know if you can tell that on there, but it's all hand beat out of a flat piece of metal. Big ladle. And then these are meat hooks. They need to be oiled up again. But yeah, I've got a pillow in this chair. Is the crazy part, though. Little house. It's this is the chair that I usually don't sit in, but I thought it would be more comfortable tonight in this position. What was the issue with kids on videos? Are we not supposed? Here's the thing. YouTube's deal is that no one under the age of 18 is supposed to be on or use YouTube. If you go back and actually read your content information, um, the hook is just for turning meat on barbecues or in the fire, yeah. And then the ladle is just to drink water out of. Put it to your backpack, carry it with you when you go in the woods and stuff. So, or for soup, whatever. But I've done some squirrel hookers. I've got some beam hooks, and I got stuff all over the house. Let me see here. I don't have a forge set up right now. This is another. I didn't make this, but that's another little auger that I have. But here's a little. These are what you call little beam hooks and hooks to hang stuff. So that is for that. So I wish I could find some at the farmer's market that were in a decent thing. I'd like to find me a nice Uli you can really, hey, those are simple things. You get into making hinges and really refine stuff, and it takes a lot of skill and a lot of years to figure out how to make the turns and the forge weld and do things of that nature. It's crazy. I want to do pottery too. Fishes and Loaves Life. I'm going to go down. Actually, the Stiegels actually invited me to come down and work. Me and the wife are good friends. I've only met the husband one time, but he is awesome. I'd like to learn how to blow glass too. I think blowing glass would be awesome. Municipal herbs are a lot of fun. Thanks, Tinker's wife. We got some nice green and blue clay around here. Blue clay usually means there's silver in the ground. Mims is throwing out the shirts. Get out of my head, Chris. I'm sorry. I'm in your head. It's a good channel for tinctures and meshes. Now here's the thing, Squint Eastwood, and I might get Mims might fuss at me on this one. I don't like tinctures for wild edibles and municipals. There's very few of them. Rizomera, hey, from Borneo. Um, when I get the forge set back up and stuff, Tinker's wife, I'll make you a meat hook. But tinctures, when you mix them in, it's been shown that the alcohol actually diffuses and breaks down the medicinal purposes of most every wild edible, wild medicinal plant that you can have, and depletes it so that it's not there, and you're actually only getting the effect of the alcohol from it. So, thank you, Mims. I don't know why once you block the Mims that it will not let me do anything. I almost got you, the busy little house. But anyway, they the tinctures, in my opinion, that from everything that I've seen and done, they're the only thing I do a tincture with is with chaga, and I do a tincture with it. And the reason I do it is just Amethyst. You just watched the chaga video, and I'm talking about it. I do a brandy and chaga tea mix that I like personally for chest colds, and I'm probably getting more from the alcohol in that situation than anything. Ooh, chaga. Yeah, we got it down here in the South too. It does a lot better. I'd love for the busy little house to go find me some chaga. Her area would be amazing to have some chaga from. Do you find chaga, busy little house, Karen? When you explain it verbally, could you put picture onto the video like as you are talking so that you can see what you're talking about? On the chaga, is that what you're talking about, Silver Amethyst? Yeah, we have a lot of marshy areas with the springs. Um, The busy loss. When you're up north, the cold weather is what makes chaga even stronger. Holy smoke, something just went wrong. I lost everybody's name. All I had there for a minute was there. Hey, there's the other life. Haven't seen you in a while there, Ivan. Hope you guys are doing good. Ripley, West Virginia. So, do you harvest? I missed it. Busy little house. Do you actually harvest chaga? You and your husband actually go out and find it? Do you usually get quite a bit of it? You thought that's awesome. Do you usually get quite a bit of chaga? Yes. Could a Tennessee hillbilly talk you into sending me some? I'll pay the shipping. I would love to have some. I've got a lot here, but I would love to have some from up north. Um, I got a guy in Maine that I can buy it from, and he'll send it down to me, but it's so dang expensive. Yeah, Ivan's not a troll. Ivan's our Russian tech guy. If you have technical questions, anybody on here new that does not know Ivan, he's the guy with all the craziness on his name there. Him and his wife are Russian. They're truck drivers. They're striving to get their own homestead. They're both young and they're working real hard to get their way through there. He is he is awesome. He is not a troll. This right here, I don't know how you say that in Russian. Facebook Ikshov. He is Ivan, and his wife are awesome. If you have a technical question on internet or anything like that, he is the guy to call. If you have a homestead and you want to make your Wi-Fi connections and stuff better, they will actually, if they're in your area, come. If you let them park their truck and stay with you for a couple of days, they will help you on the farm do chores and stuff and help you with the technical stuff if you want to do that. They are awesome. Thanks, Mims is awesome anyway. So yeah, he's Ivan and his wife are the ones that gave me the Canon camera um, that I got at the shindig. They actually drove all the way from Nashville to Arkansas and gave that to us. You never answered me, Karen, about if you would send me some chaga from Canada. At least I didn't see it. Cheryl Smith, you're back. You just missed me preaching and jumping on the box, and I'm not a preacher, but it was there. They also have a channel. It's called The Other Life. They have one in Russian. And they have one in English. The Other Life. Oh man, I missed it. It must be my Navy brain that made me miss it. I didn't even see. I didn't even see it again. If you said yes or no, figure it out. What are stink bugs? Stink bugs are little bugs. They look like a beetle, but when you squish them, they stink to high heaven. Chris Chaga will be on its way. No, let me pay for it though. The busy little house. Let me know how much it is, and I'll PayPal you or something and send you the money. Well, thank you, Cheryl. We there you go. The Other Life right there. If you want to sub, I just said it myself. If you want to go check out his channel, somebody said they wanted to go check him out. The Other Life is the English version of their channel. But they do everything from their truck. They're long haul truckers. Stink bugs are absolutely horrible. And where they come from, you don't know. I can catch 100 of them in the house, put them in a bottle, kill them, and I'll have 100 more the next day. It's just crazy. Squid Eastwood, cold weather chaga from up north and in Russia and those places is a lot better because the cold. Let me get this one. Let me get it. Don't block it. Ah, you're too fast. I was going to boot them. But the reason, I don't know who that one is too. Ivan, what does that one say right there? And should I boot it? But I can't get him. But the slower the growth is, the more municipal properties that it takes from the birch tree. Now it grows on cherry trees. If you go back and watch the if you go back and watch my video, when you see it, it talks about birch trees versus the good to go, guys. Get them. Okay, you're Ivan. I'm going to make you a moderator. I don't know if you want to do that while you're driving, but I'm making you one anyway. So now you're a mod there, Ivan. I appreciate it, even though you didn't ask for it. So now you have a wrench. So anyway, the longer process that it has on the tree, the more municipal properties it takes. Birch trees are awesome. Cherry trees, you do not want to use chaga off of cherry trees because cherry trees have arsenic in them, and it will actually kill you in prolonged use. No, I don't think you messed up on it at all. They are a mushroom. It's a type of fungus. It looks like a big burnt spot on a tree. The video's got some pretty good pictures. If you look at my border on the top of my homepage, it's got a shamag laid out with a bunch of chaga on it. Yeah, they're the Chinese call them a gift from God. I love morel mushrooms, Melody. Dryland fish are awesome. I actually got 3 or 4 over here I found on the secret road the other day with Elon mowing. Yeah, God's gift to the universe. Yeah. But it comes out black as black can be. And you tell me, Busy Little Life, I don't think it has any flavor at all. Some people say it tastes like vanilla a little bit, but I do not. Eastwood dryland fish or morel mushrooms. That's what we call morel mushrooms down here in the South. Yeah, but it doesn't have chaga doesn't really have a flavor to me at all. I drink it in my coffee. I put a cup of chaga tea in my coffee in the morning, and then drink it all day long. The Russian. I don't think it even has a barky flavor. It smells really barky, but I don't think it has a woodsy taste to it at all. Ivan, I don't know why we got him out of here, but I'm sure somebody did. Chaga tea. It's a type of mushroom. Rosework, morels are the best. Yeah, morels are awesome. No, it doesn't even have a weak coffee taste to it. You just add it to your coffee. We got it. Mims, you're good. I don't think we got much longer. That's something else I'd like to get a little bit better at. I'm pretty good at mushrooms, but I need to get better at them. All right, guys. Chaga is a mushroom that grows onto the side of birch trees and cherry trees, but you do not want to use chaga off of cherry trees because cherry trees contain arsenic. So, tastes like coffee to you? You must be getting something mixed. Where are you getting yours from, Squint Eastwood? You won't have it down by you, Carol. It's too hot for chaga down there. Oh, you're actually getting it off of birch trees. Okay. Do you have much chaga right now? I have a little bit. Do you want some, Mellow? I actually have another big mushroom I can harvest, so I can bring you some if you want some. You use it as an anti-inflammatory. I use it as an anti-inflammatory. I use it for just all around wellness in my body because it helps with everything. It helps regulate what we call in the South sugar or your diabetes. It helps with your liver. I have some ground up. I'll bring you a little bit. I'll bring you enough to make you two runs. And it doesn't take much, about a quarter of a cup to a gallon and a half of water. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The busy little house. I use it for anti everything. Kathy Drew, good night. Don't know where you were. Rainbow 505, where are you at? Yes, I drink kombucha regularly. Um, I keep forgetting we got new people on here. Um, I have very bad. Well, these have earned me my life and savings and everything else that I have, and they have, as you can tell, been beat up and broken a lot. So I have very, very bad arthritis in my hands and stuff. And about 8 months ago, Elin couldn't hold my pinkies without me literally crying. Um, it just absolutely kills me. And I started doing fermented foods and kombucha after watching one of Stacy's videos, and my hands feel like I'm 20 again. They're very stiff. My hands are very stiff right now, but the pain level in them went from a 10 to maybe a 1.5 or a 2. Um, Moringa, I've heard about that. I need um, to give that a good try. June tea, kombucha, but honey and not sugar. Yeah, I use a lot of honey in my kombucha and use frozen fresh, not fresh fruit, but frozen fruit in your kombucha instead of juices. And I think it takes on a much better flavor when you do your second ferment. And then one of my favorite recipes, which we're over 3 hours, guys, right now, but I'll keep talking for a while. One of my favorite recipes for kombucha is nutmeg, cinnamon, and a cube of ginger, about, I don't know, an inch by an inch, and then just a very small pinch of turmeric. And it tastes just like a spicy apple cider. Yeah, I love ginger in it too. And I don't like ginger. Rolling Stone, you made it back. Yay. Make sure you harvest in the winter. It's the best in the winter would be chocolate. Yeah, you always want to try to harvest in the winter. And if you were in a pinch, you can harvest it during the summer. It's just not going to be as good. Um, and harvesting it in the winter, one of the other things is that you can find. Hey, Mary Roberts, my neighbor, how are you? You need to send me an email, Mary Roberts. We'll try to get together. Num 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 num. Okay, Chris needs to get out of that chair. Yes, my butt is sore. Excuse me. Toby Guttermouth. Let's just do this for Toby since he wants to be friendly. If I can catch up to him. Here you go, Toby. How about this? Uh, Buying. Thank you. Have a good day. Donna Ritchie, I've never heard that one before. So I don't know how to answer that one. Got him, Chris. Got him. Yep. So uh got him too there, Mimsy. Just trying to block completely. Yep, that was a pretty young troll. Epsom salt is a good one. Yep. Yeah, it's nice to meet you too. Um, Mims is an awesome young lady. We're going to get to meet for the first time officially face to face this weekend with Fairy Tale Creations, and I got that one too, guys. I already blocked that one. Why is it not being blocked now again? Well, now that we've got most of the people that were here that are just usually here all the time and some new people, which will give us some good. Chris, are you going to be at the? Yes, Mary Roberts. We are going to the Appalachian Homestead Conference. We will be there Friday. Me, Mims's Garden, Fairy Tale Creation, Micro Start Farm are all going to be there. And me and Mims and Fairy Tale Creations are going to do a live Friday night. And we'll probably do some type of a live Saturday too for a while. But if you're going to be there, we definitely need to hang out. We're going up Friday to kind of chill out and stuff. So. Yeah, I'm trying to. This will tell you something that's crazy about sugar, guys. I have been. It isn't. It doesn't look good, Crawl Kid. It doesn't look edible at all, but it is. It is very good for you, and it doesn't have a taste to it. So, um, sugar. So I've stopped. I stopped drinking sodas and stuff, and then I found some all natural sugars, cane sugar sodas, and I drank a couple of those, and it got me back. And I drank a couple of sodas when we've been out because we've been running so much, and I feel like absolute just trash because trash going in. Um, so anyway, not real good. So Chris, give me a hammer. Duncan, I thought you'd never ask. Miss Brenda, you are hammerized. Thank you. I've been told by every channel on the world that you and Mims need to be my number one hammers. Everybody does a great job. Joyce Britt, hey. Yeah, we were going to get off a few minutes ago, but Aylin's not here, so we're good to go. Duncan 1900 has the hammer, and she is going to be with Mims, and now we have no mods to worry about, or no trolls to worry about. They will all be gone. Yep. You make double extract chaga or use um, rolling homestead. What I do is I take a gallon and a half of water with a quarter cup of chaga, and I boil it down all the way down to about 3/4 of a gallon to half a gallon, depending. I go by the look. When I start pouring it out, if I can still see through it and it's kind of brown, I'll let it keep going until it's black as black can be. I like it dark. So that's how I do it. What are you rolling your eyes about harvesting the bounty? Mims, you're good. We got Duncan backing you up today. Well, thanks, Crawl Kid. They did a good job. They were actually on earlier. Jess and Maya both were on and came on and gave us some love. And they actually got drawn in the random thing for, yeah, they belong under bridges. They actually won one of the hammocks in the random deal, so it was kind of funny. Rose, it actually makes a tea, and you can drink it right by itself if you want to, but it doesn't really have a really strong flavor. So I actually add it into my coffee every morning. I put a cup to a pot. So that's how I do mine. Oh, I hate to hear that Katie's not feeling good. I think she just did a live and I missed it here the other day. You're welcome, Rose. It's a really, really awesome deal. You can order it and stuff. It's pretty expensive, but if you live someplace that gets really cold and you've got some water around and birch trees, you can go out and harvest it yourself. Remember, though, if you're on public land, that you need to go to your wildlife management area or to your DNR and ask for a permit. And 9 times out of 10, they'll give you permits. When you make the tincture with vodka, what actually really stronger than when you cook it down? Yeah, the two together and make the one of the best way. Yeah, the tincture thing, I've read so many different things. I've actually got a good buddy that's a homeopathic doctor, and his ideal on tinctures with alcohol and wild edibles and medicinal herbs is that it actually breaks down the actual medicinal purposes of it and takes a lot of it away. Now, it's crazy. I missed one there. Let's see. Any good suggestions on places to stay? I'll be there Friday. Mims, what was the name of the hotel that we're going to be at? And did they have any more rooms? Mims just got rooms. She actually got rooms, and I'm going to get her back on that Mary Roberts. I have to look into it. Yeah, the busy little house. I actually have a big coffee pot, and I can make it in the big coffee pot and let it slowly reduce on it, and it does really good. But usually I'll do it in a pot. You don't want to bring it to a rolling boil either. You want to bring it up to where it gets to a simmer and it's steaming and it reduces slowly. The rolling thing is crazy. Slow is best. You let it roll and just get there. Don't want to make it into a hard boil. I can't see anyone else comments. 1204, have I done something wrong? Sorry. No, you haven't done any wrong at all. You're on here just right, Rose Ingram. Did you hit something on your side that closed out everybody else? Go up and hit the 3 buttons at the top where it says top chat and see if you've hidden everybody. And try to go out and come back in would be a good one. Just close chat and reopen. Yep. Any updates on your get together, Chris? All right, Joyce Britt, that's what I was getting ready to talk. Thank you for bringing that up. For those of you guys that are on here from Northeast Tennessee, North Carolina, Western North Carolina, Virginia, within a couple hours, I've been talking to Joyce, Mary Roberts. If you're still on here, I know you're real close, about doing a little get together. I have a friend who owns the Pumpkin Barn here in Unicoi. I can probably get that venue for us just to get together. I don't want to make it a big thing because it's too quick and too early to try to get everybody. Okay, that's the actual thing. Thanks, Mello, for that. To try to get everybody around here together, maybe do some hot dogs or something, or get together for a couple hours and let the kids play over there. But I think I can get my buddy Keith to let us use that area. I'll have to talk to him, which they've got some covered pavilions and things like that we could use. If I can get my uncle to come over, he actually has a full blacksmith forge over there that can he can fire up and maybe do a demonstration or two because he needs to get some practice showing people. Yeah, family picnics might be a better way to go about that. Hey, Jen from Sweden, how are you? Thank you for coming on. I think I read a couple of your comments on everything here with this growth I've been getting, so thank you. Oh yeah, definitely Busy Little House. We'll do a live if we get everybody together. I'm home on the big computer. Good to go, Rolling Homestead. I appreciate you getting back on. We were going to go for another 30 minutes, but we still got 60 people watching and good questions coming. And Elon's not here, so I can talk loud and keep going and have some fun and drink some water now. If anybody needs to jump off, especially you moderators, if you need to jump off, jump off. Arian Brown, you're welcome. I'm glad you're here. I can never sleep. I can sleep, but usually about 6 o'clock in the morning, I have a little 6-year-old crawling in my armpit, kicking a leg over my side, saying, "Daddy, cuddle me." And her ideal of cuddling is me to take my arm like this and lay it down beside her. That's it. That's what she wants to cuddle. Doesn't want me to hold her. Doesn't want me to do anything else. Just cuddle. That's cuddle, is laying my arm beside her. Are you asking that of me, Rose? We've had a lot of rain this year, but we've been really good here the last 2 weeks. I wouldn't replay all of them. What was the info on a Miss Merit meetup? My FOCA. Mary Roberts, we are going to try to get something together here local for us all to get together. My buddy owns the pumpkin barn here in Unicoi. I'm going to see if I can get him to let me get that. I haven't got a date or a time period or anything, but it's just done, and I don't want to make it a big thing. We'll call it a picnic or something instead of a meetup, just for people that are local, or maybe even just meet and have coffee someplace. I know there's about 15 of us that are right here, pretty close to each other. Prayers for Oklahoma, but that's Busy Little Lives plays the live every day. Thank you. But that's kind of where we're at on that, Mary Roberts. I'd enjoy that too, Mary. Have you emailed me yet, Mary? I think you did. We talked about plants. I've gotten so many here in the last 5 days that my brain is like fried on that. So I'm talking a lot clearer this week. I'm not getting all jacked up. This may be a random question. Do you do wild survival skills? Yeah. Have you had dandelion coffee, and is it worth? Dandelion coffee is great. It's bitter, but it is awesome. Chris, been here a long time. You're still not calling me Karen, but it's okay, Navy Brain. I'm Karen. I like to call you by your name of your channel, so your name of your channel's put out a lot. But Karen, I can call you Karen, and I have called you Karen several times. Chocolate mint. Yes, one word. I love it. Reminders. Come rub their butts all over my face. Your cats. I was like, that's okay. Dandelion jelly is great too. Yep. I like roasted dandelion roots to eat. I like to just get the roots and roast them. They make a good coffee, but I like to chew on them. You can get that same little boost from them. They are pretty darn good. So I'm happy that you're getting Mary Roberts to come to the Greater Appalachian Conference. That's going to be a lot of fun. Mountain View Soap Company. Hey, how are you doing? That's coming in and going. Good night. We appreciate you. Sauteed dandelions with onions and scrambled eggs. Mmm. Taking the headset to go make a sandwich. Thank you, White Picket Fence. I had enough roots to make it the year in my coffee. High five myself. I let my yard grow for the first 3 weeks of growing season. I let it go for the bees just to give them the dandelions. But we get dandelions with heads on them that big around in here. I mean, they're bigger than a silver dollar. They're awesome. So we would rock as neighbors. I'm gonna have to make a trip to Canada to meet you guys. Live in Central North Carolina. Love watching your videos, learning from them. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you very much, Judy Fluke. I appreciate that a lot. Home to find everyone there. Yep, I'm hoping to find everybody there too. We're going to be there Friday too, so hopefully, um, if you'll email me, I'll give you my phone number, and you can text when you get in that area. We can all kind of get together for sure. I'd love to everybody there. We'll talk. I think it was Days End or something is where we were at or whatever. But I think we'll talk them into letting us use the downstairs and have people come over and talk and get along and stuff. Num num and butter. What do y'all do at the get-togethers? Squid Eastwood, well, we're going to get together and just enjoy each other's companies. It depends on which one you go. The shindig is just a big gathering. It's just everybody gets together and has a fun. If you were going to be on for a bit, I will share your stream out, Chris. Share it. We don't know how long we're going to be here. People are going to jump off, and that's fine. We made it to 261 total viewers tonight, so that's awesome. But there's 57 of us still on. So fellowship, like the shindig was amazing because it was singing. You had people up singing the whole time, worship. You have like this one that we're going to with the Greater Appalachian Homestead Convention is an actual convention. It's set up where it goes from 9 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night, and there's two, except for lunch there's three, but there's two classes offered every hour, and they're different classes, and you got to choose which one you want to go to. And it's everything from native Cherokee native language to parasite goat treatment, natural beekeeping. I think is one of them. There's a Trail of Tears class for the Cherokee Nation. um, there's gardening with the old Appalachian gardener, which I think is the big one that Mims and Fairy Tale Creations are going for. So you got a lot of different ones that are happening that way. Yeah, share out those people. We're definitely going to go see the. I want to go see both the Cherokee classes. The old Appalachian gardener, I think, is one that we're going to try to see, but I think it might correspond with one of the Cherokee ones. Guys. I'm going to meet people that I know from here. Um, I'm not necessarily going for the conference, but I am. The other cool thing about that conference is veterans get in for free, and it's in our backyard. So, single man, Eli, what's going on, man? Um, we're up late again as usual. Hey, I miss Freaky Geek. Where you at, Freaky Geek? How you doing, buddy? So, there you are, Freaky Geek. What's going down? We're up in our marathon status again as usual. So, yeah, we're going to go down there and meet up, and it's not a real expensive, like the shindig last year. There wasn't a charge to go to it at all. You went to Eventbrite and got on. Now you've got your bigger conferences like the Life Conference with Doug and Stacy. It's a little more expensive, but you're doing, if you buy the cruise ticket, you're going to spend $100, $150 for the weekend. But you're Glory Grace Farms, welcome to Tennessee, Crawkid. Yeah. And they but you're getting a lot more when you go up there. You're going on the cruise for a cruise dinner. You're they've got a lot of big names coming out doing a lot of speaking on gardening and homesteading and off-gridding and stuff like that. So it's pretty crazy. And then you got the HOA, which you got 30,000 people that are going to be there for that one. So you were watching Hardneck Farms butterflies. Yeah, just do windowsill plants, Crawl Kid. David Northwater, what's going on? Just noticed it was you that did that. Tennessee is an amazing place. Northeast Tennessee is the whole state of Tennessee is amazing, but Northeast Tennessee is a different world. That's why it was its own state for a long time, or it could have been its own state for a long time when it seceded from Tennessee and became the state of Franklin. Wish I could swing the gas in a hotel. I'd come. That would be an awesome trip harvesting the bounty. We weren't going to go down until Saturday morning, and then we've been persuaded. The permaculture garden, my permaculture garden. Hey, how are you? We're getting some others coming in and on. Southeast Tennessee is pretty great, but sadly much growth taking up beautiful farmland. Yep, Haywood County in that area is amazing. Out west, but then you go to southeast Tennessee is beautiful. I mean, we have a beautiful state all the way through, but you just have some crazy people. Freaky Geek, 265 likes and 61 watching. Fantastic odds. I'm telling you what, I'm telling. If I could go to the casino and get those odds, that'd be awesome. Chris, do you use your YouTube Messenger? It is a great way to keep in touch with friends. You know what, guys? I started YouTube. I cut ties with everything, with Facebook and all that good stuff. I do use Messenger, but I don't use it underneath this channel. I'm contemplating doing something silly with Facebook and setting up a different account through. I don't know. I just really got burnt out on Facebook and all the dumb stuff that happened on it. So kind of weird. And having the time running a homestead with a 6-year-old and all that good stuff. It's just this is about this is my entertainment, so I use it that way. Yeah, Melody, I think you can buy tickets at the door. I don't think there's anything crazy. And if not, we'll just come out and hang out with you. Garden will help you get doing. Yep, that's the goal. We're trying to get her to 1,000. That's why we're going to do the lives this weekend. Get her hooked up. Yeah, I talked to a few peeps. I keep hearing the wind is howling for some reason. Yeah, you can go to Eventbrite and get your tickets. If anybody is wanting to come to Northeast Tennessee and wants to bring their kids, Gatlinburg is an amazing place if you've not been there. We have a Wilderness Lodge, which is a big water park inside. If you get on Craigslist, there's a lady named Carolyn Brown that she owns like 10. Can I do more than a half of a social and YouTube with my Mr. Busy and life? So understandable. Yeah. But you can get on there on Craigslist and go to housing and then go to the vacations and go on there and look, and you can get a 3-bedroom condo with a full kitchen and everything for like 750, depending on the year, 750 to $1,400 for 2 weeks. for 2 weeks. So, and that'll give you, I think there's 15 or 16 water passes that are $60 a piece. Gatlinburg is awesome. What platform you use these days, they are controlling it one way or yeah, they're always controlling everything. Dee, wow, 3 hours is still going strong. I would you buy a Roots of Refuge, I think. Yeah, we are known, Dee, for our marathon lives. It is a long process. I don't know since we monetized, I don't know how that craziness will work with this. If they put I've never watched a really long ride live. I got to go back and catch some questions here. Live, do they put like I know you can do it at the beginning of the live. Do they put commercials in the lives? That's kind of crazy. Okay, I'm going back up here for you, Mary Roberts. Have you been to the Anacostia in? No, I have not. What is that, Mary Roberts? I've not even heard of that. What is it? Yeah, it's shocking to be on these ones. Good thing is that Chris is does not step on other YouTubers. That's what I'm trying to do, guys. That's why I made mine as late as I did. I figured you get you after church. Was on 9 hours last week. You can add them in your streams. You were on for 9 hours rolling homestead and wild edibles. And what were you discussing for 9 hours, or was it just a talk like this? Mims's Garden, you just don't sleep. I think you might be a vampire. Are you gonna turn me and Elin when we come down there? Are you going to the Greater Appalachian Homestead Conference, my permaculture garden? I think you actually have. We did a fundraiser for another YouTuber. Oh, cool. Awesome. It's in Crossville or Cookville. Good God, I never can get it right. Excuse me for using your name, Lord. Uh, you're in Portland, Ohio already. The other life is trucking right along through states while we're sitting here talking. Um, it's on the 25th Saturday. Veterans get in for free, and they're going to do some pretty neat classes. They've got some stuff that's other than just homesteading. They've got some Cherokee language classes and Trelatier classes too. I was like that when I first started using Facebook. Now I'm mostly family on my friends list. Yeah. So we're back. We're up to 63 now again, guys. 62. Somebody just jumped off. So good night, whoever jumped off. They were going to lose their house, and with the help of others, they saved it. It was a great blessing. Oh, that's awesome, Rolling. So I wish, I don't know who that was, but that's awesome. Dee, I used to live up in the Appalachians on the North Carolina side, beautiful country there. Now I'm down in the big city. Flower bed, tiny flower. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm right on the North Carolina line, Dee. I'm right over it. I can actually walk, and in about 20 minutes of walking, I can be in North Carolina. Ekins is the theme park across in front of the aquarium. Nope, I have not been there yet. We're gonna have to go check that out. I didn't even know about that. It's been a while. Josie Rawson, hope y'all had a great time in the conference, and thank you, Chris, for you're welcome and have a great night. Mark, heard you were awesome. Mark, I heard you were awesome too. Yeah, it's not that far. Mary Roberts says she's coming, so I don't know. It's not top of the mountain. Wonderful views of this. Yeah, we Elon loves Dollywood. We go over there and spend some time. I can't stay up. Well, good night. Go to sleep. Good night, Rainbow 505. I appreciate you a whole lot. Good questions. You asked some good questions. Get some good conversation going tonight. So I love it. I haven't done it yet. Who's going to pick our topic for next week? Hey, Arian Brown, would you like to pick our topic for next week? I know you're new, but would you enjoy picking whatever you want to talk about next week? You pick a subject, and that's what we'll try to talk about for the base of the first part of our deal. Maybe something we can help you on or whatever. Freaky Geek, every week I let someone from the chat pick out our topic for next Wednesday live. So, for instance, this week was solar. We talked about alternative energy and solar, wind, and hydroelectric today for about, I don't know, probably 45 minutes to an hour. Big Bear was on here. A couple of other people were. I don't know if she heard me. No vampires here. Oh, I don't like bats. And Jen, on the other hand, think they're beneficial that she has a bat house. I'm not that brave. I'm not a bat person either. We've had a couple in the house, and I am not a bat person. Um, so I don't know if Andrea Brown, Audrina Brown, heard me there a moment ago. Are you still on here? Freaky Geek says some of the funniest things. I know that one wasn't supposed to be funny, but it's just so funny. My house is not supposed to be a bat house yet, though. We all right, Andrew Brown did not seem to want to pick out the thing. So rolling homestead and wild edibles, what would you like to be the topic for next week? You can pick our topic for next week. Oh, all right, good night. That one I think might be a little bit much, Ivan, for right now with what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep it toward that homesteading side of stuff. We always get into those conversations, but I think that would be a better one there. And I don't have Skype set up. I have FaceTime set up, but not Skype. With up here, we don't have any cell service, so I'm doing everything through the computer, which I know you can do Skype, but I'm trying to figure that out. Might hit you up for the next week. Rolling Stone Homestead, did you hear me ask my question? No, I can't find you. There you are. I'm at work till midnight, but edibles on the homestead is a great topic. Wild edibles or regular edibles? You want to do wild edibles? So you could talk about how many hobbies you have, or would like to have. That would be we would be on another 9-hour long thing. I'm not a Bat fan. I like Captain America and Captain Marvel. You and Freaky Geek there, Carol. Wild edibles. Okay, we'll do some wild edibles. That sounds like a good one for next week. Wild edibles will be the subject for next week, guys. So let's see where we're at here. We're going for 9 minutes and we're off, guys, and I mean it this time. I'm not joking, kids. Make me stop this car. Wild edibles they're dangerous. But you hate sugar? I'm sorry. I will be a mom and kick you off that hard chair in 9 minutes. Hey, please do, because my rear end is flat. I feel like I've been driving that truck all day. You already had 2 birds hit your windshield in 45 minutes. That is not a good sign. See, off will give a discount for military pass. Not sure what it is. Okay, Mary Roberts, I'm gonna check that one out. Yep. So, Carol, you're gonna send me scripture via email, and then we're gonna do. That's what I need. I knew I needed to do something. My brain, once again, I need to write down who's doing what. Rolling Homestead. W. And it is wild edibles. Okay. We need to do a panel of just vets, Chris. That would be a blast. A panel of just vets for what are we doing the panel for? I'm good with that. Chris, are you close to the VA up there, Mount City? I'm close to the Mountain Home VA, yes, or not close to it, but it's in Johnson City. I'm actually in Unicoi, Joyce. Good night, my permaculture garden. We'll see you. Hopefully, maybe you can just ride up and see us Friday if you've got some time. We're gonna hang out Friday evening and have some coffee and stuff. Maybe you can make it up there and say hello. Chris, how far are you from Cherokee Builders? Oh man. Mary Roberts, do you know where Limestone Cove is? I live outside of Limestone Cove. If you know where Jones's Hardware is and turn up that way, that's the area that I live in. Arian Brown, you missed me earlier, so I skipped you. But we can talk about conservation because we're going to talk about wild edibles too, okay? Just do a live stream and use Google Hangouts with others. Oh, okay. Yeah. Rolling Homestead. We can do that. Yeah, that would be awesome. We can try to do that one night. Just make it veterans. We can get Jason from Big Bear maybe to come along, and maybe Maya from Roots and Refuge, and just do a hangout with vets. I know they would come along. That might bring in some people. What did you say about being in uniform? I'm missing something. I didn't say anything about being in uniform, but we talked about doing a panel of vets. Let's let you get off early tonight since I get to give you a bear hug Friday night. Yay! Is it that time? Oh, no, we got 4 minutes. I was up there last week. Ordered a building from Cherokee Builders. Yeah, cool. The on 107, there's the Mennonite builders down there. They do a really good job too. That might be Cherokee Builders. You talking about right beside Farmer's Daughter? Joyce or Mary Roberts? I'm missing parts of conversations. I'm getting slow now. Email Chris. Yep, email me. Yep, Mary Roberts. They are some talented individuals. That new little cabin kit they got. We looked at the one that was 14 by 24 before we built this house. I was going to buy it. It was $11,900. Now they have a 12 by 22 story cabin kit that is really, really nice, that they can do in the D-lap log siding, just like I got my home in. Good night, Freaky Geek. Hey, here, guys. I'm yawning. Sorry. It's going to be my father's 9th anniversary. Crawl Kid, good night. Carl TV, hi. Chris, you said something about being in uniform when you're at Mountain Home, VA. No, I didn't say uniform. I said I'm in Unicoi. I live in Unicoi, Tennessee. I said I'm not far from Mountain Home, VA. Oh, you were saying goodnight to other. You're going to say goodnight to me in about 3 minutes, because I'm getting off of here in a minute and a half. Unicorn. That Elin would love it if it was called Unicorn, Tennessee. She would think that is just amazing. I got a minute and a half, busy little house is what it says. Less than that now. Minute and 20 seconds. You want to rate another great channel? Hold on a second. Hold on, I'm missing you there, Rolston. If you want to rate another great channel, I have a link. Set up the link. What is the channel? You're done, Chris. Say goodnight. Okay. Looks like I'm saying goodnight. My moderators are kicking me off. People thought this. Good night, everybody. As usual, God bless. Live with what God gives you. And we're out of here. Good night, guys. Thanks for coming.